you out, but I can see inside your room from the street. Get some blinds and call me back. Or just come outside because I'm here right now. Alright. Bye. Nightfall, slow motion, and I shouldn't be here. I know. How about we don't think for once? Just move with me. How about we just say what we want on the count of three? I'm outside and I don't wanna stay. I think you should know. I'm outside. Watch you like a movie. You're insane. You don't even know it. And I'd be lost in you until the sun falls on my tired eyes. Don't wanna sleep tonight. How about we don't think for once? Just move with me. How about we just say what we want? Count of three. I'm outside and I don't wanna stay. I think you should know. I'm outside.
Yo. I'm just chilling out real quick, watching the city work, looking at areas I need to go and fix. I gotta start making a list of areas, especially for Kissoon, but right now, bro, we are in a process of reviving the city. We're removing a lot of assets here from older mods, and we're just gonna replace them, like anything of like the row housing, mixed row housing, all of that. We have modular blocks now. We can just throw those in there. So there's also a couple of buildings that's like super spliced together. That's like an active building, not a plop. Those are the ones we're gonna end up looking in. But for right now, we're mostly gonna just stick with our old Birdsong Meadows, which is one of our first areas. But let's relax. I'm about to finish the scrub, and then we about to get building.
I'm losing touch. Need you to save me. Save me. I feel safe in your arms. Wanna stay with your heart.
Maya, what's good? Welcome, Daddy-O. We about to get building soon. Thank you for tuning in. Also, Big Harlem in the building. You already know the vibes. Let's go uptown.
Need you to save me. Save me.
Yo, 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 yo. We're sipping on a Sauvignon Blanc for tonight. This is my first glass. I just made some sandwiches because I was hungry. I was at work all day. I didn't have anything for breakfast. My brain don't work. But daddy-os. Alright, you can still see my frame rate is pretty choppy. It's just gonna be like that. I don't know if it's a... Hold on, give me a second. I have random things just play off my tablets and shit. I don't understand it. Actually, I should pull it up here. That way I can see YouTube's much better, actually. Hold up. Turn that down. I don't need it on this device then. Hold up, daddy-os. Hold the phone. Okay, we are live. Perfect. That's much better. Oh god, I just need to utilize that for there. I'm not gonna lie, it looks really good. Like, I'm playing it, the game looks good, but it looks way better, like, streaming right now. Unless YouTube just has, oh, you know what it is? This fucking screen on this tablet, I think, is an OLED. The S10 Ultra is an OLED, right? 16-inch OLED. This is not an OLED, so the colors, even though it's a Samsung joint, doesn't come through as vivid. Alright, that makes sense. Oh, something's been telling me I even got it like that, but I do want the OLED widescreen. Y'all will know. Wait, y'all may know, right? Let me see something. Do this. So y'all know I'm like on that curve monitor shit, right? It's cool. It's cool. A little annoying at times. It's hard to play the game in 4K. All of that, whatever. Anyhow. Yeah, let's take that. Let's go. I actually don't. I never mind that view. I really do like that view. But we'll do the regular broadcaster looking view thing. I don't like my camera to be centered on me anyway. I don't give a fuck. I like to build. Alright, so what I like to do before I do anything is just watch cabs drive around my city. Because sometimes you get picked into the most random places you build. This area here, my bad. I didn't mean to pause. I meant to escape from the Kiebs. Birdsong Meadows? Oh god, so sorry. I'm so sorry about that. And Sterling Down. These are the first neighborhoods. This was always here, but I never considered this a neighborhood until like much later on. Right? So we're just out here getting rid. Like, I have to get rid of this building soon. That means this whole block is actually going to get reconstructed. What I was actually doing though was trying to finish up this cemetery so that this can be completed and I can continue to add housing here. We're going to add medium density row housing, and really we're going to like make this shit grow up. Things need to be adults nowadays. You figure deal me? Now, I am gonna ask StarCube this. This lack of labor. This has been This has been happening where they can't find employees. Workplaces, pedestrian. Do I just delete the... Alright, so delete that. Let me see what happens here. So non-employees, right? That's fine. If people are being brought here, but there's no employees, how is any of this working? Did we add the pedestrian gate? We did, right? I'm gonna go to relocate. I'm going to go here. I'm gonna hope that works. If anything, I don't know, maybe we reach out to Star Q to figure this out. I just, do I like, there's a gate there. Do I actually have to make a fucking network for it? Again, don't really care. I'm down for the vibes. Like, however we get the game working is however we get the game working. But, alright, so it has this. Obviously, have these been working? Yeah, because that's part of the building. I don't think I need to connect that, do I? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna see what happens. They're walking there. I really don't think I need these though. Yes, Maya, I did. Oh my god, it came out great. I'm trying to think, how should I do this? You know what, Maya? For you, I got you right now. Let's pause this. I'm actually gonna show you the park. I'm gonna load up that save and I'll show you the park. Let me save this real quick. I have to actually start saving Kissoon by weeks. Week 32. Started the city, give or take January. It's the 9th month. Basically, going into the 9th month, I did the math. It's like that many weeks. I'm gonna show you the park, and then we'll load right back in here. It came out so well. I'm not gonna lie, because I was going through a lot. We was looking at that other park and the other build with Wolf. It came out really fucking good. Now, in terms of the competition, I don't know if y'all have been seeing what people have been posting on the subreddits, but like Grey Noise Park is amazing, bro. Everybody came out swinging. I just want to say the detailers are the best advocates. Just saying, Daddy-o. I am so happy the radio stayed. Oh my god. Alright. So this is the park. Let's take this off, actually. Here, let's do it. No! Windows bar. Get the fuck out of my way. Oh my god, yo, I hate... Don't get trying... The screen kind of bleeds down. I can't get the screen to, like, fit because the way the ultra-wide... It's so annoying. Don't get an ultra-wide, bro. Super ultra-wide. Get an ultra-wide. Not a super ultra-wide. Like the curved ones. Because, oh my god. Alright, anyway, Daddios, this is it. It is beautiful. We started out with the dragon gates here for the entrance. There's been services being fixed, so don't mind the traffic and the hospitals and the sirens, please. Layers. So I really wanted to play with the terrain, which, as you guys can see, we kind of have been doing. There are some mods missing. That's what those white blocks are. Those are lights. I have them in my other playset. I'm surprised I don't have them in a Kissoon playset. But we have the little dog park up here, which came out really, really good. Oh, because their assets are not here, when I go at nighttime, you won't be able to see it probably. Damn. We have a little summit theater here. We have a Clovis Grunty tennis club. We have our good body of water. That's where the snake bed name comes from. This area bends like a snake and the park is made to follow in that curvature. I love this, the little theater I made. I used the stadium seated, but then I made them in the color of the dragon gates. So I took the colors from the dragon gates and put that in there. So there's like some cohesion within the build. Little theater action going on there. Some little artwork there. You know how they do. I should have made this more lively, but to be honest, I did not have the time. But you know, we're getting there. We're getting there. Because now we got nothing but time to fix up this part. Right? So, nice little seating area right on this particular bed. People can sit here and watch tennis matches. That's kind of what I should have explained that in the story, but I didn't. And then again, just to play with the curvatures, you can see there's different grading. And I really wanted to have this passage be elevated. Come down this way, sink into the ground with some retaining walls. We got the little fireplace area right over here, which you can get through to this side. This is just sick, bro. I don't have the castle. Oh, actually, I can't show off the best part now. Oh my god. I never added it in the Kissoon playset. Kissoon just has a lot of stuff in it, but it doesn't have everything. So you are getting the park at like 80% of its due, but you know, we cooking. I got a couple of basketball courts here. Got a Bruins burger from Bearded Bruin. Chaos Fun's own Chirpy's Chino right over here, Daddy-O. Nice little seating area right over here. Nice little parking lot. I love a good parking lot, Daddy-O. And then we have the adverts right there. And then again, playing with that terrain, having different levels. This is what I was seeking. And honestly, I could have took even better pictures. And I should have. But yeah, Daddy-O, so this came out really good. We have our little monuments there. And then we just mixed a lot of parts together. Did an amalgamation of different stuff. So we wanted it to be a park of variety. Like, it is the central park of this whole island. This came out really fucking good. I actually really like this a lot. I wanted each section to be like a tree sanctuary, basically, for the island. So there's different species of trees that are in different areas of the park. My little Chinese flea market right over here. Unfortunately, not a lot of people walk through here. I wanted more people to walk through here. I gotta fix that. I should have added some more connections. Alright, so the park has a part 2. You was? Oh, let's go. Big W's, big W's. I appreciate that. Alright. So, you should see... Hold on. Oh, no way. Wait, are you guys not gonna light up? No! Come on! Alright, so for some reason... Hold on, go day. Sorry, eyes. Go night. Eyes. So this happens sometimes where these areas here don't light up. The only way I know how to fix that, Daddy-O's, is by going back into the last save. So let's just go back into the save. And it should rectify itself. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. I really like it. Honestly, the lights, the neon lights bring it out for me. Like, that's what I needed. So I am so ready to continuously make cyberpunk, Japanese, future sci-fi plazas and shit, bro. I'm so down for that. Alright.
Is there something on your mind?
I love this is Kodiak's the Kodiak's playset, by the way, a playlist. The music is so dope. It's called Moonbeam Radio. I don't see my lights working. Oh no, Daddy-O's, why? Hold up. Yeah, so that sucks. It's probably because something must be up. That really does suck. But anyway, these are supposed to light up. Luckily, my right everywheres work with no issue. But I had LED lights all around here. These like neons. It looked so fire. These light up, so that's a vibe. Yeah, there's supposed to be lights around the tennis court too. Oh, and then the purple lights. Oh, Titos. That's kind of unfortunate. But Daddios, if y'all are on YouTube, please watch the VODs from yesterday. What I will do for you guys, I hope y'all don't mind. How can I give you? Think. Alright, this is what I'm gonna have to do. Actually, no, we could do this, right? My bad, Daddios. We're going to go to Reddit. Well, I'm not gonna show that to y'all. I'm gonna pull up Reddit. I did take pictures. And I did post something on the CS2 subreddit. So let me actually give y'all that link, Daddios, so y'all can see the pictures and everything. Hope y'all like it, bro. I love it. I geek off of it. Let's see here. Where's the... Oh, there we go. Share. Yeah, save page as, copy link. Alright, Daddy-O. So what I'm gonna do is I hope you can, to be honest. I really hope you can. I'll be like, I just like seeing everybody's builds. So like, if you already know that if the computer is your only limitation and your imagination is even further, your builds are gonna come out awesome. Alright, so that's gonna be for Twitch. Now let me grab something for YouTube. Give me 1 second, Daddios. I don't want to hear myself talk. Alright, and then that's the Reddit link for the build there. Now, alright, cool. We got all of that in the bag. We got all of that in the back. I'm gonna go back to Kissoon because I need to get that city up and running so that I can get Wolf to build on it again. But to be honest, that's one of my closest completed cities, and Valkyria will forever be my favorite map, bro. It will forever be my favorite map. What really sucks is I think I'm gonna probably want to do a new build on Valkyria and just pick a different location, because I don't think my computer can handle... I shouldn't even pour more, but it'd be like that sometimes. This would be my second glass, but I didn't finish my first glass. So technically, this is like a glass and a half. I'm on autopilot right now, sorry. But basically, Daddios, I tried running Shock City, and he has 440,000 people. It cannot run that, right? I think the limit is like 100K. So we ain't there yet, Daddios. We are not there yet. But it's coming soon. Oh, look at that. Some cornball. Let's actually take care of this. Let's ban that. Goodbye. You are the weakest link. Alright, cool. Alright, Daddios. One, here we don't have neons, but oh, when I add the neons to the damn teal, oh, it's gonna be so fire. Let's go here. Do I wanna this or eyes? My bad. I know I'm fucking with your eyes right now. And then do I want summer, right? I think I want summer. I think the morning is too bright. I don't like it bright. I could deal with this, yeah. We have precipitation, doesn't fucking matter. Clouds. Alright, I'm gonna go 32% clouds. We'll see what happens here. Alright. So, I'm trying to get this to work. I don't know why they keep saying lack of labor. I need some help with this. I don't know what's going on here. And then I'm trying to get to the blocks. Wait. Dude, how do I get to the blocks? It's like once you have something, it is so hard to get to. There we go. Thank you. Okay. But hell, if I didn't. All right. No. We did the pedestrian gate. Do I want to do one here as well? No, I did that. That's the one that's there. Fuck no. Delete it. Yes. Let's do one more pedestrian gate. This is supposed to help this, right? I hope so. Alright, and I'm gonna put one there. I'm praying this works. I'm gonna have to cry to StarQ. Somebody clip this for me so I can cry to StarQ. It's so hard. Like, you can kind of see where I grid at and where I try not to grid at. I'm like, it's so difficult. It's so difficult. So difficult. But hella fun once you start not being... Once you get that freedom, it's a wrap after that. Alright, so we have all of this. I can just pull this here, right? Yeah, so let's do that. Let's take this tree. Hey, yo, tree, come over here. Alright, leave that over there. Leave that there. Leave that there. Let's take this surface. Surface, there we go. Pull that like right about here. Pull that at a 90 right about here. Then let's create a point right here. And honestly, maybe we do some bush and tree thing. Like, yeah, let's not OD like that, dude. And then from there, I think we go something like this. And then we go something like that right about here. And then, am I using domes or did I create this with invisible net? Wow, I was so fucking patient. Oh my god. Oh, let's go, Daddy-o. I appreciate... Yo, you don't know how much that means to me. And let me be the first to apologize to you. I try to get it out bi-weekly. It's next to impossible. So I'm going to be building it monthly, but I will have more coming. Thank you so much. There was another dude. His name is Restless now. Here, let me send you the link real quick. Hold up. I'll shoot you the link in YouTube. He's not building anymore, but he's built out a really good portion of Queens. Almost, he built out a lot of New York. Restless. Oh god. He knows I am upset that he switched his name to this, by the way. Alright. Here you go. Now let me copy that. He's one of the homies. He streams on Twitch. I actually was following his stuff and I kind of came to him. I was like, yo, Daddy-o, I want to help with your build. And he was like, you know, I'm doing it with somebody. And I was like, you know what, man? I'm going to just have to do it my damn self. I found somebody who basically built... I requested the map on the modding forums. This dude from Canada took that request. And then from there, like, we started really becoming friends. He was showing up in my, like, chat. And we worked on a city together. He helped me a lot with Kissoon. That we started building it together. And then we have another city that you may have seen me stream that we built together as well. His name is the Unhingedwolf. He's hella dope. You may see some of his information in the details. Whatever this shit is called. But yeah, the little details thing, the description. Check him out. He's hella dope. And he has the Brooklyn map there. If you do want to build on a Brooklyn map that I'm building on. But yeah, so boom. He streams now. We got a little community. Yesterday we had like a little party with fellow creator Canadian Moose. So yeah, we just be building. So welcome. I'm super glad, and don't worry, more Brooklyn is on the way, Daddy-o. Alright, so this is gonna be boring. I actually enjoy it. We're just gonna place down parking. So let's get where I gotta get to. Oh god, I also have to replace all of the parking. Dude, I think I don't have to, but I think it may make the most sense to. I'm just so scared. I can't wait till the asset editor comes out and there's a more streamlined flow for like pre-made assets. Plus, one of the creators, like, he makes some of the most like robust assets for the game, but he's going through some stuff and he hasn't been able to keep up with any of the updates. So damn, Daddy-O's, damn. But you know, it'd be like that. We're gonna be out here, we're gonna try a bowl, you feel me? Let's go. I think right here is fine. No, because if I was an incoming car, I wouldn't want a parking spot like right there. I should have just made this the middle. We may have to come back and look at the positioning getting into this parking lot here. Wait, isn't it? I can align this actually, right? So let me see. If I go like this, and then we come here, take that. It's Alt A, I believe. No, is it? I did Alt Shift like an idiot. It's Alt A, and I wanted to. There. Oh my God. Alt A. Oh, let's go. Out here. We gotta. This was the issue I had, is always aligning my parkings correctly. Perfect. Alright, so it's a... wait. There we go. Sick. Alright, let's get some more parkings out here. The faster I can finish this, and we gotta add in more death care. Though I'm looking right now, we have a garbage issue and a mail issue. Everything else seems to be alright, and the garbage issue is actually something attested to one of these broken assets. Just FYI. So we will be fixing, we may get to fix that today. Go flip it around this way, and maybe we'll do a UK hedge. They did upgrade. No, they didn't upgrade. It's just that the hedge doesn't look as bad as it used to. There we go. There we go. I know this is not a line. I can see it. It's crooked as fuck. Alright, so let's take this. Take that. Alt A it to that. Alt A to that. Or wait. Hold on. How bad is that then? Okay, so then. There we go. Alright, and then we gotta get in close. Then we're just gonna have to get in close. Now, Alt A to that, please. So wait, which one is not? Oh, that's why. This is a little crooked. Oh, it's bothering me so much. Thank you. Bro, I'm like concentrating. My God. All right. Here we go. See, once you get stuck in that detail life, Daddy-O, it's extremely difficult to get out this detail life. I'm just gonna let y'all know that right now. And sometimes that's what's be happening to moi. I get really bogged down in some of these details. Alright. It is crooked. I know it is. I know. But sometimes we just gotta live with it. We will add in, I think 2 more will be fine. I like how they say shift. This is shift. That's not precise, dude. I don't know why they lie. But I am happy for these hints. I know some players don't like it. Bro, these hints are life. I have to move this over a little bit. Yeah, I think this works. And then what we could do here, Daddy-O's, is we're gonna go to the part tool right here, grab the pot. Oh, it's the potted plants. My bad. Oh my God, that's so delicious. All right, and then yeah, just right about here. I could, let's do that. We can do this. We want to go snap to length. I hate when it does that. Oh, we want to go fin small. 1, 2, yeah. So if we go here, no, that's too wide. Alright, wait, hold on. So, question. When you say through lane in the center, I don't know what that means. So, they could come in that way. Oh, right here. Okay, yes, my bad. I'm so sorry. Got you. I will actually do that. Perfect. And yeah, I'm just definitely going to do some light poles. Oh, we can do the LED. Oh my God, I can have a futuristic fucking cemetery. But damn, the dead don't like the lights, right? No, dead likes lights. Yeah, dead people like lights. They'll be fine. I think dead people like lights. Well, they're dead. I don't think that really matters, actually. Come here. Come right about there. Fire! That's fine. Now, give me one more second. Yes, this is what I wanted to add. Beautiful. Wait, if the through lane is in the center, though. Ah, and if it's in the center, I can add that parking spot. Then, okay, cool. This makes sense. This actually makes sense. So you don't work here, actually, asshole. Alright, let's come this way. Let's do that. Did I make an area for disability parking? Oh, this is disability parking, yes. But wait. Or I can make it here, but I don't think I want a bunch of fucking parking. Yeah, I think disability parking right there is fine. Yeah, that's where the disability parking goes. Okay. There was a whole blueprint for this that I had some episode. Bro, it's so long ago, honestly. Probably even before we started that other new city, so. But yeah. That's no longer the case. Take this, we don't want to do that, we want to do that. And I do want the war-to-war mode. I actually do like. I don't know, is that dangerous? Also, that needs to be closer. No, that's fine. Yeah, these could provide safety so nobody gets hit or dies. Yeah, that works. Damn, Daddios. It's like the most littlest nudge fucks everything up. Yo, Shock, what's good, Daddy-o? How you feeling? Also, I gotta talk to Gray. I don't know, Daddy-os. I may have to, like, use some... I'm gonna have to use my Twitch money. So that's the thing. I don't like going through Restream because it also affects my bitrate and it looks bad when I watch my streams on YouTube. Like, I know which ones come from my computer and which ones doesn't. But I also don't like that nobody can see YouTube chat. Like, I need a way to get mixed chat in here again. I don't know. I may have to look into finding out a way. There has to be a way. Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. Just in case, because, like, right now we have somebody on YouTube chat. Maya, she's hella chill, dude. And it's like, damn, like, it's like weird because like there's a community on Twitch that's different than my YouTube community. And a lot of my YouTube community actually came, a lot of my Twitch community is from YouTube. Like, they came this way, you know what I'm saying? They entered the darkness. It wasn't my fault though, but they did. But yeah, if you don't mind, me and Gray was looking into it. So like I'm definitely down for the help. Also, how's the pup doing? How was the wolf? What we're gonna do is this: bring this point right back up to here, bring that right up to here, bring that here, bring that right about to that parking spot, bring that to right about that. It should be like here, right? Now, that's way too big, and I know that's too big. Alright, that's fine. Bring that here. Bring that here. Let's bring that here. Oh, damn, Daddy-o. Though, to be honest, if I was just out there, I would love the rain. To be like, I personally love rain. If I add that, I can actually add more parking spots too. I'm gonna also let you know, none of these people are here to see dead people. They all live in this bitch here. They come here because the fucking parking is actually cheap. We're gonna make the parking $50 again, by the way, okay? They're not slick. I know what they're doing. Gang, gang, gang.
410
oh, Maya. It's gonna be, the link should be in my about me. Only if you want. No pressure, Daddy-o. No pressure. Oh shit. Dope. Gang, gang, gang. How art thou? Alright. So we're gonna extend this parking spot by like, I don't know. Will that be unsafe to add another 3 here? And it'd be a tight ass parking lot. But parking lots are usually stupid like that. You know what it is? I think... I'm trying to think. How can I go about this? There's a way to better do this parking lot. There really, really was. I don't like this parking lot anymore. Actually... You know what the best way to do this parking lot is, right, Daddios? We gotta extend it. Yeah, we have to extend it. Oh my god. I needed to like a lot. Like we watch a lot of cart narcs, so we all know parking lots. You know, we are parking lot professionals. You feel me? Like we carts with the narcs. No, I don't fuck with him like that because he's an asshole. But yeah. Alright, so if we do that down there, bring that bitch right about here. Bring that hole right about here. Alright. I could put... Oh, we could put disability parking here as well. And then it won't look that fucking weird. And maybe I can put like a shuttle bus. Oh, I'm so smart. Oh my god. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Alright, Daddios. We are out here. Alright, so... Actually, let me see one more thing. One down jockey. Oh wow, it's just not a... Oh, that honestly kind of makes sense. You know what? I'm not even knocking that. I am not actually knocking that. Alright, bet. Things are all good. Alright, so Daddios. Let's add some disability parking. Let's do disability 3 times. We want to add in one more, right? No, who the... I was thinking motorbike, actually. Yeah, I'm not mad at that. And now I'm thinking that should be fine. I really think that should be fine. Let's do this real quick. What I want to do is props, Kiefergreens. Is it really? Damn. And I was looking for another like software. I've tried almost all of them. Actually, not all of them. I mean, I'm lying. I tried Stream Elements one time. I did Restream. I used a couple of OBS plugins. Here, there's what was that other one? Fuck me, bro. I get an email from them sometimes too. Actually, I get an email from them a lot. Cause Streamlabs, yeah, Streamlabs, yeah, I've tried a lot of them, but yeah, I gotta look into it one more time. What were we looking for, Daddio? We were looking for like a shuttle bus, right? Like a tiny bus. That's way too fucking big. Oh, just get a fucking minivan, yeah, like the vans. Nah, because this is like this is not even like a dollar van. This is not even a Flatbush Ave dollar van. No. I need something. No. Fuck, guys, you're gonna make me complain. Do not make me complain. No, dude, no way, no way. Okay, let's see here. We need an asset editor. I haven't used Streamer Bot. I thought that was just a bot. Is it also like a interconnected service? Oh, here we go. Yes. Oh, no. These are all like, ooh, an Asian car. No, we don't want an ambulance there. Oh, we could do a hearse. Actually, yeah, why the fuck not? Oh, I guess. Oh, delicioso. Oh, shit! Oh, shit! This is what I was looking for! Oh, they had us driving in fucking prison vans on Flatbush Ave? No, they were... Yeah, they just had windows. It was the... So, the Flatbush Avenue joints are basically these. They just got windows, so they don't look that creepy. This looks like... You need windows, or this looks like you're, you know, PDF. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to push any of that bullshit this way. Really? Wait. I don't see... I did see a post on Reddit, user stream about for multi-chat. Oh, for the multi-chat. Accessorized bus. Yes, sir. Which they don't got... Like, they don't even have that. Like, you know what? Yeah, they do. We'll use the accessorized bus. Actually, we will use the accessorized bus. Now that you put that in my head, that's all I need. And then I can just have people go and look at... We can actually watch some videos on Flatbush Avenue dollar caps. There has to be a documentary. But this is for all the people from the church. You know what I'm saying? Like, they all can't drive, so they got a carpool. Alright, that should be fine. That should be fine. Oh, I gotta put networks together. Alright, Daddios, I'm actually satisfied with that. Don't say anything that won't make me satisfied with that. Pretty please. Let's not feed the darkness on a Saturday. Then we will go here. Oh, it won't connect? Dude, I just need you to connect, dude. Look at that! Big W's. Now, what we're going to do is this. Come here. Oh, come here. Go there. I don't know if that's the lyrics. From the count of 3. I know that's the lyrics. Haha. Come up right about here. Yeah. Then bring that right about here. Oh, you do too? Oh, yeah, you do, definitely. Actually, what's up with your bot? Is he still on vacation? I'm gonna let you know, if you give them too much human and that autonomy like that, they're gonna turn on us. There's like a fine balance, you know what I'm saying? You have to befriend, but like you gotta treat them like an anime character treats a demon, you know what I'm saying? They are your allies to a certain extent. Yo, Zombie, what's good, Daddy-o? How you feeling? Oh, thank you for the subby, Daddy-o. Thank you for the resub. We like that. That's 3 months in the family. Big W's out here. Big W's. Oh, Daddy-o's, another idea I'm having about our cities. So, one, I can creatively just make shit up any fucking time, but I want you guys to continuously be... Zombie, I am glad to hear that you're a bit drunk. Big W's on that, Daddy-o. Oh, that's the Dollar Van link? Actually, cool. We are gonna watch that in just a second. But what I want is for people that have districts and everything, I want you guys to be like, yo, can you add this to my district? Or can this get done? Or I want my district to be focused on this. So even if, for example, it was an industrial district, but you want to add in mixed housing or offices, like, I am actually so for that fucking vibe, bro. And then even if you want people that can be like your like aldermen for that particular neighborhood, like your own representatives, I'm so there. You feel me? I'm so there. But for you guys that are not in New York, I guess in some countries, like I do know they had something similar when I was in Brazil. But basically, what happens in other places is these entrepreneurs, these random people who can drive a van or have like a shuttle bus, they take a predetermined route and basically they stop at certain stop signs. As long as you're on that avenue. Oh, I appreciate the gift this sub. Arigato gozaimasu. Let's go. Maya, you're dope. You're dope. You're so dope. Thank you so much. I totally appreciate that. But basically, you can stop on any block you want as they go down this avenue. It's so fucking dope. It's really cost effective as well, especially in places in like Brooklyn and Queens where the train station is not close and the bus is running every 45 minutes. So one bus every 45 minutes. These places, if you don't have a car, you're like in desert land. There's like when people talk about like, oh, New York has like some of the best infrastructure, especially when it comes to like the full trip and the last mile. That's not true. It's true for some part, but not everything, Daddy-o. Also, I don't think I've had spice rum before. Spice rum is hella fucking delicious, Daddy-o. Got a nice little kick to it. But ooh, I'm liking that. A spice rum and cherry coke. I gotta go buy some Japanese whiskey and we gotta have some chairs. I may stream. I don't know. I'm gonna have to convince the missus if I can stream tomorrow. But that does sound like a vibe. What we're gonna do now though, real quick, Daddy-os, to show y'all an example of this, Maya put something in chat. So let's go watch this real quick, Daddy-os. Oh, and it's 5 minutes too, so I can actually build while we watch this. Give me 1 second. This Dalavan. Kissoon logo, go off. My face is not that important, right? Y'all guys don't care about my face, right? Alright, yeah, this should be good. This should be good. I don't think I need my face. They should know somebody's speaking. Chat type things, make it look like we're busy. Alright, Daddy-os, I'm gonna hit play while I build. Wait. What happened? Oh, volume. Oh, hold on. 1 more second. Sorry. I just realized YouTube people won't be able to hear this at all. Sorry, new streamer shit. You know what I'm saying? We'll get there when we can. Alt. There we go.
Flatbush in East New York, and there's really poor bus service, and there is no subways at all over there.
That's
so
something
what
I
they do
said.
is they rely on these dollar vans to get to school, to get to work, and they basically are point-to-point transportation.
Zombie. Exactamundo, Flatbush Extension, Jamaica Queen. Let's not forget about Church Avenue too. They be running down on Church, and I'm like, bro, we got the Q30. I mean, we got the B35. But it'd be like that.
2001. What started it is from the MTA strike that happened in about 87 or so. And being in a Caribbean neighborhood here, a lot of these people are used to van service in their native country where vans are picking them up and taking them where they want to go. Guys came up with the ideas, had cars or had vans, and started running along Flatbush Avenue, Utica Avenue, Church Avenue, even Glenwood, and started picking up people.
You see him, he was driving back when I was on Church Avenue.
It does catch on. After the strike was over,
on East 91st.
doing it because they were making money.
If it was its own transportation system, it'd be the 20th largest in the U.S.
We say enough on
gang, New York all day, every day.
We just passed P, man. I'll make a U-turn and take you back. You good? All right. what was it? There wasn't any legal vans until on this side until about in 96. It may have been a year or two before other companies. But the company that I was with was authorized in 95, 96. We had one major city council member that was in support of Dollar Van, which was Una Clark.
There was a lot of opposition to it. And as a member of the city council, I recognize that it is not only self-employment, but that they were also charging less than the normal bus transportation would be. The terrain of the Caribbean is of such that large buses don't work. The
Yes,
mountain
sir.
range, the narrowness of the streets that were built, and so the dollar van, as it is known in New York, is the same commuter vans that people use
Yes,
within
yes,
the
in the
Caribbean
yes.
for their transportation
Oh, you're
system.
giving me goosebumps,
It was
Una.
easy because there was a cultural connection between drivers and riders.
I don't only make my salary or my money from just driving and picking up people. I try and do other things that the community wants or other businesses that might want to be able to promote their business, promote their product.
I knew
The
some of the
advertisements.
drivers and got to know them and basically approached them and asked them if it would be cool to basically bring a couple cameras along and a rapper and see what happens.
A rapper.
Special dedication unto the
fuck?
dollar man them.
How was that expected?
And we went around up and down Flatbush Avenue picking up passengers. They had no idea that they stepped into a music video. It was a good place to get a first break because it was just raw and experimental. And I think it really showed. Everybody enjoyed that part of it. One time while we were shooting Dollar Van demos, we were not necessarily stopped by a cop, but a cop came over while we were stopped at an intersection and talked to us and asked what we were doing, and we weren't supposed to be there essentially. But
Should have just said I was
we're
doing
shooting
drugs.
with small cameras and it's just 3 people in a van, and so we started explaining what we were doing, and it's funny. The cop leaned in and he pulls out his business card and he goes, "Oh yeah, I'm a DJ. Can you guys give me a call?" So that was definitely nice.
That's crazy. Only in New York City. Only in New York
Police
City.
department pulls us over, and then they tend to have a negative overall picture about dollar van drivers. Those little negative things that may happen through enforcement kind of get the riders them upset because they're not delaying, let's say, an authorized van from getting to the point where they want to get to. We're not supposed to travel amongst the bus route and pick up people. We're not supposed to stop in the bus
Yeah,
stop.
that's true.
We should have a manifest.
I
Yeah.
think that folks like Winston
It's
from
the illegals,
Backstreet
the illegals,
and
the
a number
fucking-
of
they
the
wanted to
others here
use
in
all the
Brooklyn,
fucking-
I
like,
think that they're very professional.
Nobody wants to
at
go
what
through the
they do.
process to get their
and
shit.
for those who
So
come
all of these people
and,
just randomly, no safety
don't carry the
precautions.
proper license,
They use the little.
don't carry
They
the
don't
proper
have a door.
registration,
The doors don't
and
close
or
properly.
even the proper
Like,
plates
they
on
don't have
their
the right
vans.
working papers
Then we
for
ask
that
that they be
particular
taken off the
function.
road.
And
Of
it's
what
not
they're
every
trying
time
to
the
do.
MTA
And
raises
it's
their
illegal,
fare
and it
that
makes
we
the
raise
people
our
who are
fare.
doing it the correct
But
way.
we're trying to deal with the
You know what I mean?
community, what we feel the community can deal with
I know when I said illegal,
financially,
that shit sounded wild. My
and
bad.
not
me.
pressuring them financially.
I'm only saying what Winston said, you know? Dude, I hate when I do that. Bro, I need to pay attention better. Okay, Daddios. That was homework for today. We will find a way to run a shuttle bus service when we get assets in City Skylines. Oh, that'd be hilarious. We kind of can't do that. I can ask. Guys, do we want to use? We have we got like 0.125 worth of clout. Do we want to try to use that clout and make a request for dollar vans? Please let me know. I will do that. I actually will do that. Dude, I clicked this fucking button. I promise. I always click this button. Oh, I'm only drinking Sauvignon Blanc from Frontera again. I do need some whiskey, though. I think tomorrow's surprise stream and we could drink some whiskey. Yo, Shock, you know what? If you you can help me too. We can ask StarQ to make me that asset. Yeah, and that's usually how the city goes. That's why they want you to be sanctioned. And then it's also an assurance thing because say for example, you get into an accident, you like there's like things like I understand why the city is doing certain things. But then I also don't like that the way they go about some of these things are like kind of fucked up. But I used to live in Rosedale for like 2 or 3 years, and Dollar Vans was a lifesaver. I promise you that. Hold up 1 second. All right. So we're gonna hit back on Kodiak's to Kodiak's Moonbeam Radio. I'm gonna continue detailing up. Technically, we're kind of done. We don't. That parking should work. I don't need to touch that too much. Let's add some decals real quick. How do we want to go about this? Let's go ground first. They do run faster than the bus. They're able to maneuver through traffic. The bus also has to deal with wheelchair passengers. So I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm all about ADA compliance. But my God, bro, if I'm already running 15 minutes late to work and a bus has 2 wheelchair passengers it has to pick up, dude, that used to be the fucking worst. Oh, let's get some Patron up in here. Oh, now I feel bad I'm not drinking hard liquor. I do apologize. I also am vaping my life away, and we're on edibles galore. And I'm about to take one more edible. Wana Sativa, what is that? Mango flavor? Yes, sir. So yeah, this is Get Lit Saturdays where we detail and we just chill. Had an interesting day at work today. A lot of people, not a lot of conversion on sales, which I don't really knock because like I'm trying to also give out the vibe for this company, but oh my God. I had made a request for something, so I don't want to like be like, damn, I'm not holding up my end of the bargain. But oh, it is tough, bro. Like people really don't be shopping right now, and I can't even knock that. You know what, Zombie? I am, Daddy-O. I am. I used to drink a lot of hard liquor, bro. I kind of fucked myself over with that. So, like, I can't drink Hennessy anymore. Like, the smell of Hennessy causes me to almost vomit, bro. I just drunk a lot when I was younger, the hard stuff. And now I have an appreciation for, like, the subtle things. Because wine will still get you fucked up, bro. Like, if you get you a good... like a nice like 10-year Cabernet, bro, a glass or 2 of that and you'll be a little loopy, bro. You went to a soccer match today? Okay. How was it? My bad not to be the American in here. You went to a soccer match? But nah, how was it, dude? But yeah, I kind of overdid myself on that. So when I do drink heavy, I love a great cocktail. Like, I know a couple of speakeasies in the city. So if y'all ever do come out to Manhattan, y'all already know, hit me up. And I will take y'all on a tour of some of my favorite speakeasies and dope-ass bars. Oh, your team won by 2-0. Let's go. Big W's out here. Yo, Maya, I promise you, it does, Daddy-O, it does. I actually like this. Sometimes not overdoing it with the decals comes out really fucking well, dudes. Alright, we need tire marks. Where are my tire marks? Alright. I need it to be lighter. I like how they say that's light. That's not light. I need something like light skin light. But like a curve. Thank you, dude. Alright, cool. That is a crazy ass turn. Oh, that is crazy. Alright, game. You fucking win. God, you're such an asshole sometimes, City Skylines. Like, you really, you're gonna do it. You're gonna do it again to me. Alright, I know it's a fucking tight ass area. It wasn't supposed to be 2 cars going through it. Yo, y'all are being such dicks. Sorry, Darius. The game know what it was doing just now. Really? You don't got the turn radius for it? Okay. Y'all are all eating. Yeah, maybe I could have pushed it back a little bit. So what? Deal with it, game. Hi, how's everybody doing today? It really is popping. Like, why the fuck? Oh, zombie, that sounds like a fucking Saturday, dude. That's how you spend your fucking Saturdays, bro. That's how you spend a Saturday, dude. Let me pause. Because I'm gonna get irate and we will do this whole fucking parking lot over. Do not tempt me, humans. Sims, whatever y'all guys are. What are y'all? What are y'all? Anyhow, what we're going to do before I reach out on these motherfuckers. But nah, this is technically done. Okay, cool. No more party? Yo, I'm so glad I had some food before he described all of that. Though, I think I'm gonna order some Taco Bell. Oh, so it's basically like NBA season or football season here. Like our football, like NFL. That sounds like a vibe. Also, wait a second. Question. Word, if I'm in the UK, say no more. I have to go, bro. I have to go. I need some of that old-timey city joint. And I definitely want to see, I gotta see old London, bro. But on that note, yeah, what beers do you like, guys? Let's hear some names in the chat. Okay, so the wine is delish. That should fix itself now. That's good, that's good. Let's get our light pole for safety, right? Did I put him here? Okay, so my light poles are not here, but that's fine. No. Do something like that. Oh god, these lights. Oh no! No! We gotta get the other ones. I forgot there's a mod that stops them from lighting up. Fuck me, bro. Yo, City Skylines, bro. You be winning sometimes, dude. Like, City Skylines, I promise you, you know how to fuck around with the fuck around. I'm not gonna lie right now, dudes. I'm not gonna lie. That really fucked me over. That really fucked me over, bro. I dare you to light the fuck up. Okay. There we go. Alright, my bad, y'all. Okay, I like that, dude. I haven't had a lot of pear or fail cider. Wait, you don't? Okay, I'm not a fan of beer. However, you can tolerate a Corona. Okay, I'll say try Sapporo, but I like Japanese beers, so I'm like a Kirin Ichiban, Orion is pretty dope. But okay, Darius, I do Asahi Dry. There's also what's that company? They do a matcha beer that's fucking scrumptious. What's that company called? There's a like ramen spot that sells them. It's so fire. And then for like regular beers, I really love a great like Blue Moon Belgian White and a fucking orange, bro. It's like I didn't know that was a taste I needed in my life, bro. Ooh, pineapple guava, we like that. Okay. I've had Strong Bao. There's a bar in the LES on Houston Street that I go to. They have Strong Bao cider. They have a lot of like weird beers from around the world there, dude. So I fucks with them a lot. Also, all of these people are only coming in here for the parking. They're mark as tricks. I'm gonna have to delete these houses. We gotta upzone a lot, bro. We gotta push the suburbs further in, bro. Especially in this valley here, I may have to push some of the farms further back. Damn, we got a lot to get done. Don't worry about that. I gotta clean that as well. There's a lot of different micro cities dying right now. But we'll get there, Dadios. We will get there. Though I could just start with those. No, I'm not gonna do that. Anyway, that's good. That's fine. Let's get some grass over here. Yeah, so true. Alright, so where is... Okay, cool. That... Yo, bro, y'all are killing me with this parking. I'm gonna add some housing and parking garage zones. Because y'all guys are old damn, bro. We can replace this grass. And then I can grab this like that. That way. Grab that like this. Something like that. Something like this. Something like that. Let me see here. How far back does the street go? Oh gosh, alright. Alright, beautiful. And then we'll take this, make a point here. Real chill shit. Alright. We will grab that right about here. Bring that here, because then what we're going to do is make a point there, and then bring that, and then connect that way. Something like this. Something like that. Something like that. Something like this. Bada bang. Oh! Kill me now, dude. Okay. Yeah, I saw it. I see it. I know. I'm gonna fix it right now. Mind you, you need to be like right here. This is actually unsafe for y'all guys to be there like that. But it's whatever. I'm gonna figure that out in a second. Also, we are in New York, so we may get lucky enough to find it. That's one of the benefits about New York. You gotta deal with like crazy rats attacking people and stuff. But you do find some really, really unique dope shit. this. And like, I think I could align, like, let me see something. Okay, that aligned. Yeah, it doesn't, so it aligns the shape. It doesn't line it up. Which is really annoying, Daddy. Oh, simulate! Arigato! They were, bro, the time zones, yo, that's the reason I wasn't able to submit, whatchamacallit? I wasn't able to submit, like, edited videos properly. Big shout outs to Simulate. Thank you, Daddy-O. Yo, dude, I'm chilling, bro. We're chilling. We got a new friend to the family. Her name is Maya. Big ups to her. She is VZQM in Twitch chat, Daddy-O. But yeah, we chilling. We got new fam. We chilling out. We on Kissoon right now. I got caught finishing up this cemetery. Do you remember this cemetery, guys? Y'all remember this? Like, way back then, dude? Like, I'm ODing, bro. I have to finish my builds faster and better. But I'm also replacing certain assets that it comes with washi stuff and replacing it with Star Q's modular blocks. But I am having an issue with modular blocks right now, so... The wine is so good. So the issue at hand with modular blocks is they're saying a lack of labor. Like, what the fuck do you mean a lack of labor? Like, there's no employees here. I don't know why. Alright, this is what I'm thinking. We delete the whole item, right? Everything's deleted. Parking's deleted. Alright. Of course, Daddy-O, of course. Always love. Also, hold on 1 second. The missus just came home. I just screamed. Hopefully she can hear me. Alright, so let's come back. Let's try this one more time, Daddy-O. You are right about that, and I actually forgot that was a thing. Thank you for fucking reminding me, dude. See, like, I can't use this because that's the homie stuff. His shit don't be working. Oh boy. Alright, let's see here. We did a modular block, right? We did it. It's there, right? Okay, cool. Hi, babes. Hot or about? I'm chilling. I did. I made some sandwiches. What did you eat? Okay. Did you eat anything with the homies in it? Alright, let's order some food. Yeah, that ain't. How is it a housewarming and y'all had some snacks? Niggas ain't. I know it's crazy out there, babes, but like. Alright, babes. Here. You want me to order some food? Here, we'll order some food. What are you in the mood for?
I don't know. You can order. What? Are you hungry?
Yeah, I'm a little hungry. I have some sandwiches, but we can eat something. That's kind of ridiculous. How they ain't get no food on the phone? Like, yo, I know the economy bad. Like, I'm there, bro. Like, I'm barely making bills and shit. But dude, babes, and I ain't trying to talk shit. I'm not. Yeah, babes. All right. Yeah. Did they?
Someone bought some pita.
Hummus? A little bit of hummus?
Some hummus. Not a little bit of hummus, but some hummus. Pita breads and
Hold on, Daddy-O's.
so that's
Babes, when you're ready, you search for what you want to eat. I'll order. It's fine. Yo, Gray, what's good, Daddy-O's?
do you want me to order?
Yeah, baby. Alright, so Great. I have a question. Now that you're in chat, yo, you know what, Maya, you're absolutely fucking right. You're right. I was only able to get away with my shit because I had a good job at the time. Great. The deaf modular blocks. How do I get this to work? They said they need employees. I don't think this makes sense. How do I make this work? Do I pick one of these, right? I think I pick one of these, right? All right, I'm gonna pick one. All right, so I added that. Now, the issue I had with this, that they needed employees and there was no employees to work there. I don't know what that meant. They was fucking bullshitting me, dude. They were bullshitting me. No, we did not just crash. No, we did not just crash. Yo, Dadios. Yo, it's so hilarious. It's so fucking hilarious. But you know what's okay about that? I actually wanted to look and add a mod real quick. Give me 1 second. Let me put the window capture back on. We are going to come over here. I don't care for that. Let's look into this.
Take a look at any New York City bucket list and you'll probably find Grand Central. The terminal is known for its stunning architecture, iconic ceiling, and as the second busiest train hub in the city. Then there's Penn Station.
Scary, dangerous, and dilapidated. Customers say it's something they can rely on, the unreliability of the trains at Penn Station.
One of the worst services probably in the world.
With over 600,000 daily passengers at its peak, it's the busiest train station in the Western Hemisphere. But it isn't exactly world class. A confusing layout, low ceilings, and crowded corridors makes it a part of the city that many avoid. But that's all about to change. New York has proposed a bold plan to reconstruct Penn Station and create a first-class transit hub. The bold overhaul promises to ease the station's current issues, but not everyone is on board with the plans, and as we know with New York City, building anything can take extreme amounts of time and money, especially when it comes to public infrastructure. This is how one of the world's biggest cities is planning to turn around its most hated train station.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Penn Station may be known as a dark and dilapidated part of the city today, but that wasn't always the case. When it first opened way back in 1910, it was actually one of America's top transit hubs. But that's because it was an entirely different structure. The original Penn Station spanned 8 acres across Midtown Manhattan and was considered an architectural phenomenon. Known as the standard railway station of the world at the time, it integrated influences from European design.
So beautiful.
The station stood above ground with a coffered ceiling that sat 40 metres high, supported by 84 giant columns and covered with a canopy of iron and glass. Trains journeyed in and out of the station for decades, but in the 1960s, air and car travel increased in popularity and the railways fell out of fashion. So, as it stood deteriorating and losing money, railroad executives didn't really think twice to sell the air rights when real estate developers offered $50 million for the property. Despite public opposition and protests, down came the old Penn Station, and by 1968 the new one was complete. This time underground and with a massive new entertainment venue above it. Madison Square Garden. Gone were the sunbathed halls and striking terminal. The days of being a first-rate train station seem to be over.
This is Penn Station, once one of the great railway termini of the world. Today it doesn't look or even feel like a railroad station.
Yeah, it's drab, it's
over
bland.
the years, New York has put forward several renovation plans, but nothing's really stuck. The most progress that's been made so far is a nearby station expansion of the Moynihan Train Hall. Then, in 2021, New York Governor Kathy Hochul approved a $7 billion redevelopment of not only the station, but the entire wider neighborhood itself.
New Yorkers deserve
a world-class transportation system, and it should have a world-class facility with Penn Station.
It involves replacing the old and cramped multi-level Penn Station with a new 23,000 square metre single-level facility. The idea is that with an improved interior design and more space, the new structure will be able to double its capacity for passenger flow. It also includes a vast new train hall the size of Moynihan and Grand Central combined. Other improvements include expanded retail and dining options, a better ticketing and waiting area, and more elevators, escalators, and entrances. And that's just the new renovations to the station itself. Outside the new building, a 2,800 square metre public plaza with widened sidewalks and bike areas is going to be built, along with 1,000 additional public housing units. 10 new skyscrapers surrounding the site have also been put forward, reshaping Manhattan's skyline but demanding the demolition of several existing apartment and office buildings. Now, that's a lot of construction for what is a very crowded area. You've got a busy train station in the middle of what's one of the most densely populated areas on Earth. And even if you deal with all those obstacles, where is the $7 billion going to come from? Well, some of it might have to come from taxpayers if the development's private investors don't generate the returns they're hoping for. After all, real estate investments were down 26% last year. One survey found that even wealthy Americans making over six figures are living paycheck to paycheck. But major institutions like Goldman Sachs are pouring hundreds of millions of dollars into alternative assets, like the fine art on offer with today's video sponsor, Masterworks. The platform lets you invest in multi-million-dollar paintings without breaking the bank. Not only are their paintings registered with the SEC so they can be broken into shares, every single one of Masterworks' 12 exits to date has returned a profit to their investors. That includes the sale that happened just last month, which handed back a 15.4% realised profit to investors. There's a waitlist to join Masterworks' 650,000 plus users, but we're giving you special access at the link in the description. Now, let's get back to that terrible train station. The city hasn't given many details yet, but here at the B1M we kinda know a thing or two about how things like this get built in busy cities. So here are just some of the challenges we know the engineers are going to run into at Penn Station based on some of New York's most recent construction exploits. For one, workers will have to navigate around those busy train schedules, but it's something that can be done. Take Hudson Yards for example. When skyscrapers were built above an active rail yard, crews had to work within a 1 to 2 hour time window to avoid the trains below. It was a similar deal over at the East Side Access Project, where teams kept New York City more or less moving in and around Grand Central during the works.
Yo, you know what?
At Penn Station, you can likely expect some convoluted walking routes through and between construction hoardings as passengers are rerouted around different phases of the works. Transporting crew and materials to the construction sites in the middle of narrow roads and traffic is also going to pose some issues and probably upset a lot of people.
No, but that's bullshit.
Again, over at the recently completed East Side Access Project, crews travelled in and carried materials on the underground rail lines instead of from the street.
Madison Square Garden is on 8th Avenue. If you want to be real in life, nothing exists on 11th or 12th Avenue. So yeah, 9 and 10, and yeah, you have the fucking tunnel, but honestly, it's not that bad. The streets are not that bad for that.
Teams building
And there's a thing called helicopter.
skyscrapers from street level have often found themselves having to bring in materials in the middle of the night when things are a bit quieter. And you can't forget those pesky New York City zoning laws. Empire State Developments, a key player in the project, is going to have to override existing land zoning laws in the area to enable construction works to happen. The current zoning permits less floor space than is typically allowed in other transit hubs in the city, but because of a little law that grants exemptions in areas that are considered blighted and substandard, Empire State Developments can revise this. Not included in this multi-billion-dollar renovation, a plan to address the congestion of trains themselves by adding more tracks or improved train circulation. That's something that probably won't come until much later, and in New York, that'll mean much later. For now, the plan serves only as a revitalisation effort of the local area and as a way to alleviate passenger flow within the station. But for some designers and activists, that's not enough. Local advocacy group Rethink Penn Station came up with its own design inspired by the original above-ground Penn Station, complete with stone columns, iconic vaulted glass and classical architecture. But given that it's now the 21st century, it'll include modernisations like wider track-level platforms, newer transit technologies and an improved circulation plan. At the moment, the station is based on what's known as a terminal system. That means that once a train comes into the station and unloads passengers, it then reverses back out again.
It should be converted to through-running operations, which is the way commuter trains run in London, Paris, Tokyo, Hong Kong.
That means trains would keep moving in the same direction, which Rethink Penn Station says will increase efficiency. To cut construction costs, the group said it would use an automated technique to cut the stone columns, reducing the amount of stone to 1/5 of the original station from 1910, while still creating the look. But to rebuild the overground station, there's a bit of a catch. That is, moving Madison Square Garden. It's something other architects have put forward as well.
Alex Washburn would rebuild or something akin to Penn Station on probably 40% of the site and would put a park on the west side of the site. Prashant Chakrabarty has this interesting idea of sheathing the present garden in glass but putting a much more modern train operation below.
Now, it wouldn't be the first time the stadium's moved. In fact, it's been relocated 3 times before. And the arena's operation permit does expire in 2023, something the station's developer has yet to address. For whatever your position on it, it's clear that the redevelopment of Penn Station is important for many residents. And with such high stakes for the busiest transit hub in the hemisphere, there's bound to be varying opinions of how it should be improved. Like most things in New York, it's going to take more than just engineering to get this project done. There'll need to be a lot of money and political will too. Remember all those new skyscrapers that are planned for the area? Well, since they're part of this government-backed renovation, they'd qualify for certain tax breaks. Instead of paying traditional property taxes on the building, the developers would pay the state of New York directly. In turn, the state government said they'll use that money to help pay for the renovation of the station and the public plaza. But, surprise surprise, there's a problem. The developers are already delaying the construction of the new towers because of high interest rates and poor demand for office space. In February 2023, office occupancy was still roughly half of what it was before the pandemic. Since the government is banking on money from the developers, any delays in their construction could cause issues getting the funding for the public improvements too. Still, the city's plan is seemingly moving forward for now, and despite its critics, the commuter-focused renovation is sure to please many passengers. Only time will tell if it's enough to make Penn Station the envy of the world.
We got another
once
homework
again.
assignment. Let's go.
This video was made possible by Masterworks. You can skip their waitlist at the link below. You can learn more about New York's infrastructure upgrades and the other topics on our channel over on the World's Best Construction Podcast, available right now wherever you get your podcasts. And as always, if you enjoyed this video and you want to get more from the definitive video channel for construction, make sure you're subscribed to the B1M.
Okay, oh, this is from 3 months ago. Let's go.
Madison Square Garden and Penn Station are set for a major overhaul as part of a $7.5 billion redevelopment plan. It's one of the busiest and most iconic spots in the Big Apple. But with growing opposition, funding challenges, and ongoing legal fights, can this massive project actually happen? Let's take a closer look at what's really going on. The ambitious $7.5 billion
I gotta build better.
Penn Station NYC is about to get a makeover. It's been known for a long time for having narrow, dark hallways and old, broken-down equipment. The plan, which is worth an amazing $7.5 billion, calls for moving MSG and renovating the station completely. If this gets approved, it will not only change one of the busiest transit hubs in the world, but also a big part of Manhattan cityscape.
That does look so beautiful.
The move of the garden, which is now on top of Penn Station, is a key part of this change. This famous arena has been a major part of New York City for decades, hosting concerts, games, and other events.
Though you can't
but the arena's location has been a source of disagreement for a long time because it makes it harder to build and run the station. The location of the garden makes it nearly impossible to modernize the station because its large size blocks off important areas and stops that needed expansions to fit the growing number of commuters. By moving MSG is pretty much necessary for any real progress to be made.
Damn.
According to the proposed redevelopment plan, a modern transportation hub should be
that's
rebuilt.
cute.
This will make it much easier for people to get around.
It's
The
so
new
futuristic,
design
but,
focuses on efficiency, light, and accessibility.
That's how it is
to get
now.
rid of
That's
the
how it
dark,
looks
crowded
now.
areas
This
that
is
make Penn
what it is.
Station
I
hard
think-
for millions of commuters
I don't
every
know.
day.
This looks a little
One of
bit
the most
different, but
interesting
it's
things
similar.
about this idea is
This
the
is
addition
definitely
of
not
a
it. This would never- it would
450-foot
never look
long
like
train
this.
hall with a glass dome
This
that will
will
let
never look like
natural
this,
light
bro.
flood the area.
No, New York
The
just
hall
can't
is
do
not
it.
only a transportation
We
hub,
will
but
never be
also a work of
Singapore or
art designed
Tokyo.
to make traveling better overall. Along with bigger train stations, the new design will also have better access to the tracks, more elevators, and more concourses. This is necessary to cut down on traffic, improve mobility, and make sure that level transitions are better. Since almost 600,000 people use Penn Station every day, these
That's
updates
how
are
that
really
is.
important.
You see,
for comfort.
that's actually how it is in
The
real
area
life.
used to be a concrete jungle, but now there are parks and open spaces.
It
instead.
is. They
Adding
made it look a
green
little bit
spaces
beautiful.
To the
They
redesign
made it-
gives it a more modern feel.
It is a little
With
bit
these
brighter.
improvements,
The
goal is
lights
to
are
make
like
a transit hub
but
that
it's
looks
brighter
good
in
and
there.
works well too. But maybe the most important change is that MSG is no longer there. In its place, the plan calls for a green public park that'll be a peaceful haven in the middle of the city. The park
We are
would
at
provide much needed open
97%,
space in an
Dadios.
area known for having a lot of cities. This action shows how city planners are changing their priorities as they try and balance modern infrastructure with environmental concerns. Not only is fixing Penn Station part of this $7.5 billion project, but it's also about rethinking how the Big Apple can balance growth and living ability.
Yeah,
The
I've
proposal
actually
gives a
watched a
new look at how to
video
make
from
New
the
York City
B1M
livelier and
talking
more
about that
connected by
actually.
making room for natural light,
It's
improving the
just-
subway, and
it
adding
is one of the
public
most
parks right in the
used-
middle of the city. Madison Square
like real
Garden's
like,
reluctance.
lines throughout the
James
Northeast. Like
Dolan's
honestly,
name is linked to MSG in the same way that events are
but
linked
that's
to the venue.
honestly not
Dolan
even
has a lot
a
of
New York
personal
City
stake
issue.
in the
That's
area
more of a
because
federal
he's the
issue.
chairman of the company that owns
There
MSG.
needs to be more work put
Moving
into
MSG
the
isn't just a matter of logistics for him. It's a battle
infrastructure.
between
We already
tradition,
have
emotion,
to
and
improve
business.
it and modernize it.
Moving the
And
garden is
they're
not
just-
only opposed because of these
Trump is worried
reasons, but
about
also because of
fucking
the complicated dynamics that have kept the arena
giving
where it is
$50,000
for decades.
extra
From a
to
business
people who
standpoint, the
barely have a
garden
high
is a
school
lot more than just
education
a place
to
hold
round up
concerts
people
and
they don't
sports
even
events.
know
Because of
can
its
be an
famous
illegal.
status and high-profile
So
events,
that's where our
it
money is
consistently
going.
brings in tons of money. Over 300 events happen every year at the garden, making it one of the busiest
Bum-ass
places
Big
in the world.
Orange just don't know
People
what
can
the
go
fuck
there
to do
right
with
from
his
Penn
life.
Station, which
He's
is
fucking
one of
up
the
the world.
busiest transit hubs in the world, because it's on top of it. Dolan can see how keeping the garden where it is now will make him money. It's in a great spot. The brand's got a long history and it makes tons of money. If they move, they'd lose out on this great property and the steady streams of income that come with it. There's
That
more
is true.
going on here than just money, though. Dolan sees MSG as a personal representation of the impact and legacy of his family in New York City. The Knicks and the Rangers play there. Both teams have been owned by the Dolan family for years. In many ways, moving MSG would be a symbolic end to all that. Dolan has already been criticized by the public for how he runs the teams. Many blame him for the team's long-term lack of championships
This is
and their
a big
anger at
glass.
the Knicks
So
and the Rangers.
let's not all
He
drink it in
sees
one
the garden
sitting.
as more than just a business. It's part of his family's history in New York
Yeah,
City
and
sports.
that's the
Moving MSG presents
that's the issue.
major
But
challenges.
honestly,
While the
it's
$7.5 billion
more on
redevelopment
the
plan for
federal
Penn Station
government
calls
needs
for a
to.
modernized transit
So
hub,
under
it
Biden, we
also
had the
involves
American
relocating
Restoration
from its current spot.
Act, where
Dolan's been
like they
consistently
were fixing
opposed
up
to
the
this,
old
citing
infrastructure and stuff.
logistical difficulties
That
in moving such a
should
big
have
building,
still
as well
been
as
the
emotional
initiative in
attachment
order
to the
to
arena.
fix all of these
With
aging
estimates
things
ranging
that
from
were
$8 to
built
$10
during the
billion,
New Deal.
depending on the
Like,
site. The cost of
a lot of
relocation
this
is calculated
infrastructure
at
was built a
billions of dollars.
long time ago.
While the city may offer
So, like,
financial incentives
yeah,
like
we're just
public
fucked.
funds or tax breaks,
Honestly,
Dolan
that
may
is,
see
we're just
this as
fucked.
nothing more than a last resort.
Okay,
On top of that, Dolan
so-
has had a big effect on New York City. His company, Madison Square Garden Entertainment,
Shit.
has strong lobbyists, and Dolan's given a lot of money to politics to make sure he's protected. Dolan has a special negotiating leverage point in the arena because of its dubious tax-exempt status, which has let the garden evade paying property taxes for years. Moving MSG for Dolan isn't just about building or planning cities, it's about power, legacy, and control. Putting it simply, James Dolan wants to keep the garden's place in NYC's cultural and business life, which is a big reason people don't want it to be moved. The emotional and financial stakes are great. Thus, even if Penn Station needs a reboot, one of the toughest challenges in changing the space will be getting Dolan to relocate the arena. The power struggle. When it comes to Penn Station's future, the fight over its renovation is not just about engineering and design. It's also about politics, business interests, and public pressure. This fight is between the Metropolitan Transportation Authority, MTA, different levels of government, private developers like James Dolan, owner of MSG, and
James
other
Dolan's getting his
important
just due
groups.
right now, and
All of these groups have a stake in how the station and its surroundings are developed, but their different objectives
So,
have made
Shock,
the process difficult
if I'm not
and
mistaken, you
sometimes
said you
downright
keep them all on the
contentious.
same street,
MTA is
right?
at the center of all this because it owns most of Penn's infrastructure, such as the subways and commuter rail lines. The MTA has known for a long time that the station needs to be updated because its narrow hallways and old-fashioned layout make it one of the least useful transit hubs in the world. MTA has suggested a $10 billion
everybody has to
budget for a
use it,
major renovation that would create a new hub that's easier to use. That includes taking down Madison Square Garden to make room for a station that's more open and bright, with a new train hall with a glass dome and easier access to platforms.
Yes.
But Penn
me
Station's
beauty,
MTA
please.
plan is not just his or her own. The municipal and state governments have a lot of power over how the project ends up. It's clear that both the state and city want to improve the arena, but their plans don't always line up with those of MTA and the private developers. For instance, state leaders, like the governor, have made it very clear that they want to rebuild Penn Station from the ground up. But they also need to think about the political effects of closing Madison Square Garden, a historic venue that brings in millions for the city. Private developers like the Dolan family make the problem a lot more difficult to solve. It's very clear from James Dolan's words that he is not ready to give up and let the MTA or the city take over MSG. The Dolan family owns the air rights above Penn Station. They used to have this power to keep a tight grip on the future of the arena. Don Dolan does not want MSG to be moved without a fight. It's a well-known venue that makes a lot of money for his company. The political power of Dolan and MSG make it harder to move the redevelopment project forward.
So
the Dolans have been politically active.
Oh, so even the block itself?
Their company's full of strong lobbyists who help political campaigns, and because of their power, they've been able to get lots of good deals, like a tax break that allows MSG to avoid paying property taxes for a long time.
It was
Dolan's
Sandy, if
opposition
I'm
to the
not
possible
mistaken.
legal problems it brings is a big problem for the MTA and the
They
other
took
political leaders.
You know
that
what?
actually
Let's
want
look at
MSG
that
to move.
B1M video
Aside from
right
the
now
ownership of
after
MSG,
this one, if you don't
opposition
mind.
to the redevelopment is another
Daddy-os,
problem.
we'll
we're
watch
facing.
that.
Due to the competing needs of many
So wait,
parties, including
Shock, my
private
bad. I'm not
developers,
trying to
the
be
city,
ignorant.
the state, and transit
I
authorities,
also
the
have
decision-making
the
process
pedestrian
is
gate.
not unified. Every group wants to make sure that its own goals are met, whether those
see?
goals are a
So
smooth
I
transition
still
for
have
commuters,
to-
protecting the region's
like,
history,
this is on a
or
road,
getting the
this is
most
on a
money out of
road.
new real estate projects. The fight over who will decide what happens with Penn Station's future shows how complicated this project really is. The MTA, the governments, they all want to make Penn Station a modern transportation hub. But
The
James
bug is
Dolan
happening
and MSG
against
are
the
against this.
Kissoon.
And
Damn.
different groups have different goals, which makes the project very hard. Each player is fighting for
You know
control
what?
of one of the most
Give me a
important public
second. This is
spaces
what
in the
we're
Big
gonna
Apple. The fates of the
Shock,
station and Madison
that
Square
bug
Garden
still
are
affects
still
my city,
unknown.
by the way.
Is New York
was that
ready
close to
for
the
change?
citizen?
When people argue about what should happen with Penn Station, they can't
Fresh.
forget to take public opinion into account.
Just
The current state of
4,000.
Penn Station
Alright, we
has
just gotta
long
clean that up
angered
again.
visitors, commuters, and people that live in New York City. The cramped, dark, and old-fashioned layout of the station made it one of the
Let's
worst
see if this
places to
fixes.
catch a train in the planet.
Oh,
a lot
move
of
it
people
closer.
in New York want a complete
Even the block
makeover
itself?
for the area
I
around the
bet.
station to bring life back to it and make their daily commutes better. Some are still against the idea of moving MSG and building a modern, huge transportation hub, but that public opinion is starting to change. Commuters have long complained about Penn Station because they have to deal with crowded platforms, narrow hallways, and confusing
I like how
signs to
people just
justify
wanna
their
complain.
trains. The
Well, you
station
know
was
what? I
built in
can't
the early
be mad at that.
1900s for a much smaller population. It was meant to be a bottleneck in the city's transportation system, but it's changed over the years. Since more than 600,000 people use the road every day, something needs to be done to make things easier.
Oh my
People are
God,
generally
you
unhappy,
guys are
which is why they
fucking
very
geniuses.
strongly support renovating.
You
This
guys are
will
geniuses.
hopefully fix long-standing
You guys are
issues and make it a
geniuses.
more
I'm sorry,
convenient
I'm
and
a
easier
scrub.
reach hub for tourists.
I don't know how to play this game.
Many
but
think MSG was a
you
good thing
agree
for
to
the
shock?
city and are excited about the idea of
you're
replacing it
off
with a
to the fucking
station that's
races,
more open
Daniels.
and full of light. One of the best things about the redevelopment plan is a new green space that will be built where the arena used to be. For people in New York, the idea of turning a very crowded city block into a public park with
Yes.
green grass, trees, and open spaces
Sir.
is very appealing.
It
Building a
actually
new
is.
park near
I'm not
Penn
gonna be a
Station
fucking
could be
hater.
a
It
welcome break
actually
from the
is.
concrete jungle and much needed green space in a city where it's hard to find and very much
And
valued.
we got a nice little
The community
coloring happening
really
here.
wants the
Let's
green
go.
space because it
Vibe
helps
is
with
a
environmental goals and
vibe.
making the city's spaces better. That's why support for it's so strong.
All right.
If there was a park in the middle of Manhattan,
Now, I have a
people who
question.
live
Is this
nearby
an
would have
AI
a rare
video?
chance to enjoy nature without having
Yes
to
or
leave
no?
the city. A lot of community
Yo,
groups, local businesses,
drum
and urban
number,
designers have
drumbo
responded with
number.
great
What's good, Daddy-O?
They believe that this vision of a livelier, more walkable New York could make the area a better place to live and visit for everyone.
How you
Many
feeling,
people
man?
in New York are excited about the idea of
so what
updating
we're gonna
Penn
do right
Station, but
now-
the plan has caused some debate. In light of the estimated $7.5 billion price tag, the project's cost is a big deal for some. Some say that spending so much money on something that the city needs so badly, like affordable housing or social services, might not be the best idea. Lots are going to be skeptical about spending billions on a single infrastructure project, especially one that involves tearing down a famous building
Trying to
like
have
the Garden.
faith, and I don't
They
really
will
have
wonder if
faith
the money will be
in
well spent and help
the
everyone.
type of
The
socialistic
noise and
ideals
chaos that this project
people
causes is
feel
another
happens in
source
Europe,
of
but don't
conflict.
really know
The building
the
process will
intricacies
definitely be
of, but
very
yes,
annoying for people
I
who
am
live,
praying.
work, or commute nearby.
Daddy-O,
Penn
let me
is one of
pray.
the busiest transportation hubs in the world, so any renovations will probably cause some trouble while they're being built. People aren't sure if the plan will work because of this uncertainty. Some are worried about the upheaval, and that'll make problems worse instead of better, which could mean that the short-term losses will be bigger than the long-term gains. The future of the $7.5 billion
Now,
plan.
question.
There's lots of
With the
unknowns
Hearst
about the
parking-
$7.5 billion plan to move Madison Square Garden and rebuild Penn Station. One of the most important transportation hubs in New York is supposed to be turned into a modern, useful area with a park. But there are some
Maybe
big
I
problems
couldn't
still.
know, 'cause
Legal
then it
battles
would work.
between the owner of MSG,
Actually,
James
it
Dolan,
would
and
work.
those who want to move
Would it
the
not
famous
work this
arena
way? Am I
could delay
dumb?
or stop
It
the
would
project
work, right? It
completely.
should work,
The
right?
long approval process and
No, it's not.
complicated
We'll do it this
finances,
way.
like
We'll
getting
do it
both
this way.
public and private money, make things
Also,
even
I
more
don't
difficult.
know why they have these
Even with all
bans
these
here,
challenges, redevelopment could still bring on benefits like better transportation and more green spaces, but the
hope that
outcome
works.
depends heavily on Dolan's decision, political negotiations.
This
and
video's on
legal
YouTube,
agreements.
yeah.
If approved, the plan could mark a new chapter for New York's infrastructure.
I
But if the
know,
opposition
but so
continues, the city
Maya,
might be
that's the thing I'm
forced to
scared
rethink
of.
its
I don't want
plans for
AI
Penn
to take
Station.
over
For now,
everything.
The future of this ambitious
But it
project
kinda
is
is.
uncertain, and New Yorkers are waiting to see if this much-needed change will ever actually
Unless
happen.
he just did his
While we
voice
wait
in
to see what
AI,
happens, let us know in the comments what
because
your
he
thoughts
hasn't
on
taken
this
a breath.
project
I
are.
wish I could do
Because
my
we are
voiceovers
committed
like
to
this.
giving you 2 videos every week. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more visionary builds.
Did I give
Thanks
him a
for
like?
watching.
I'll give him a like. I don't
Thanks for
know if
watching.
I feel. Wait, let's see something. Let's see something real quick.
Have you ever wondered how a massive football field just disappears? No, it's not magic. It's these super cool building skills. And today we're going to get into how the awesome world of stadiums hide their entire fields like it's no big deal. You gotta see it. If you think Hollywood stars are all about the big screen, you better think again.
Does he not sound like Wolf? Am I bugging? Yo, Zombie, arigato gozaimasu for pulling up. Oyasumi nasai. Much love, Daddy-O. You already know the vibes. Alright. Let's ignore that. Let's go East Corridor, right? They did do one on the East Corridor. I watched it. Ah! Ha! 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 Oh, it's 38 minutes. Guys.
Sorry.
Put your seatbelts on. We are doing homework and we are building cemeteries.
We need to talk about America's infrastructure.
Through the infrastructure.
Aging infrastructure.
I'm inside one of the oldest rail tunnels in the whole of America.
Are you really?
A route that supports an enormous chunk of this country's economy.
The biggest bottlenecks in the entire Northeast corridor.
And it's crumbling.
So what is it?
The tunnel is really aging. It was built 151 plus years ago.
And it is long overdue a replacement.
We're buried
it's
in
not
the
just
underground.
tunnels.
There's a labyrinth of
It's bridges too.
But no,
I'll never
it's
forget
actually
the
going to be
faces
for
of
these
people that were
cemeteries.
stuck in New York Penn Station. They all wanted to get home, and they couldn't because of this bridge.
It is probably the worst service that I've ever seen.
The decline of this country's infrastructure is no secret, but the state of the nation's most important railway should worry every American. It's been neglected for far too long. Some parts of it are over a century old and should have been retired years ago. If just one part of the line failed, it would cost the US more than $100 million a day.
Wow, just
But help
snitched to
is
all of
finally
our
at
enemies
hand.
in
At last, billions are being spent to upgrade this critical rail line that much of the nation depends on. With some incredible access, I've packed a bag and I'm taking a rail trip up the US to see just how serious the situation is and what's now being done to put things right before time runs out.
Gang, gang, gang.
This is currently the fastest train in the whole of the United States, and it runs from Washington DC, back there behind me, all the way up to Boston at speeds of up to 150 miles an hour. But it's not a given that it can do
let's
that,
be
right?
up
It
all night.
relies
I
on all
unfortunately
different
have to
kinds of
work,
infrastructure
but
to make
I
that happen
think
along the route.
'cause
Bridges,
Monday I don't
tunnels,
work.
things like that.
I
The
don't know.
problem is,
I may have to
here in
stream
the US, a lot of that stuff is aging and now in desperate need of replacement, which is why you don't see trains moving as fast here as you do in places like China, Japan or France. But that might be about to change.
The upgrades now rolling out across this route will do a whole lot more
I
than
saw that look just
safeguard
now,
millions
Daniel,
of
so
journeys and a
unfortunately-
huge slice of the US economy. They could enable America to finally run truly high-speed trains, an ambition that it's harboured since forever.
Alright, so
With billions at stake, complex engineering, grinding bureaucracy, and the eyes of the world looking on, these projects throw down a gauntlet to the United States. Can it still build infrastructure that boosts the nation, and can it get it done in time?
Every day that we wait, every period of time that goes by, we put ourselves at greater risk.
This is the story of America's long overdue quest to save its most important railway.
No, we actually stop. Go to the vanilla line. The vanilla line is going to be good for this.
So, welcome aboard the busiest passenger railway in the whole of the US, the Northeast Corridor.
Stretching for more than 450 miles and connecting some of America's biggest cities, including the capital and New York, it carries over 800,000 people and 2,000 trains every day. The region it serves generates 20% of the nation's GDP and provides 30% of its jobs. In fact, if the so-called Northeast megalopolis was its own country, it would have the third largest economy in the world, bigger than Germany. And it's this line that made much of that happen. Its origins go back to the days of the first railroads in the mid-1800s.
All this is typical of the industrial genius of America, making giant industrial systems of production and transport operate with an amount of efficiency no other nation can match.
But it wasn't until the late 1960s that it was combined into a single railway. Then 1971 saw the launch of Amtrak, America's national passenger railroad company.
From Boston, Amtrak has 9 comfortable trains to New York every day with a one-way fare of $30 or less.
It became the primary owner of the line and now manages most of the infrastructure. Fast forward to 2025.
And this is what Amtrak's flagship service on the Northeast Corridor looks like. These Accelas, like the one I'm on now, are capable of going almost as fast as a full-blown high-speed train.
According to the International Union of Railways, trains are officially considered high speed when they go past 155 miles an hour, and this one falls short by just 5 miles an hour. Even though Amtrak is introducing new and improved trains in the near future, there are other reasons why the corridor doesn't really compare to what you see across Asia and Europe. You see, that top speed is only possible on certain parts of the line, around 50 of the railway's 457 miles. It's because right along the route there are countless places where trains are either forced into single tunnels and tracks or made to slow down, and that's all thanks to infrastructure that was built well over a century ago which the railway still relies on today. But only for a little while longer. In late 2023, the Northeast Corridor Commission set out a plan for a series of projects that's going to bring the most out-of-date sections of the line up to modern standards, all for a whopping estimated cost of $176 billion US. Authorised by Congress, the Commission consists of 18 members, including from Amtrak, the US Department of Transportation, and the 8 NEC states, plus DC.
That is true, yeah.
From huge tunnels under Manhattan to massive bridges across major rivers, it's a significant amount of work, and much of it is beginning to take shape. It's all happening now because of the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law of 2021, which saw $16 billion allocated to the NEC for repairing and replacing the most out-of-date infrastructure. That,
I'll be
along with
down to watch it
contributions
since
from
we're in
Amtrak
education
and the
mode
various states, gave the project's full funding, meaning construction could get started. But it's only the first step. Completing the whole plan is going to take many more rounds of federal funding in the future.
Hear this as well, right?
The question for now is whether the United States can pull off these most urgent projects before it's too late.
Let's go to Death Care again. Sorry, and I'm on a Death Care kick today because...
So, I've been on this for a while now, and for a country that gets some criticism for its railways, it's actually been a fairly smooth ride so far. But I'm about to hit the first choke point, just outside Baltimore's Penn Station, where 4 tracks are reduced down to 2. Yes, it's a tunnel, but the one this train is going into is more than 150 years old, and it's in very poor state. But don't just take my word for it. Here's a local commuter called Joe.
So I've been through this tunnel 1,000 times.
Biden.
And, but when folks talk about how badly the Baltimore tunnel needs an upgrade, you don't need me to tell you. I've been there.
Obama is technically #1, but
to find
Joe
out
Biden
just how bad things have got, I want to head down that
the
tunnel
American
and see it myself.
Infrastructure Plan, which
but right
Agent
now,
Dumbass Orange
it's full of big fast
is
trains
saying
like that.
he did, which is actually a Biden. Yo, everything he does, if you just read
I've got
into
to wait
it,
until
they're
the
all from
very
the
middle
Biden
of the night when
administration.
Amtrak
Every
are
good
going
thing
to
he's done.
completely close the tunnel to trains, and in a very rare move, let us go inside to see what's happening as visitors.
Sorry,
It
Daddy,
almost
I've been
never happens.
Politics
Very,
has
very
been
cool.
politicking.
What's not so cool is that that's currently several
enough of
hours
that.
away.
All right, let's
So
come back
until
to Death
then,
Care.
coffee.
You know, unfortunately, something didn't happen that people were wishing was to happen, and people were able to play golf supposedly today.
What I'm heading down into is one of the oldest parts of the entire Amtrak network. The Baltimore and Potomac Tunnel first opened back in 1873 when those early railroads were first being built.
Fast tricks. These are hand warmers, mate. It's just life-changing.
Oh, good looking. I
So
appreciate
cool.
that, Daddy-O. Thank you.
Going in.
I'm gonna look at that. We have, 40 minutes left in this?
Guiding me through the twilights is
No, we got,
Amtrak's Dante
30 minutes.
Dianutis.
Alright, perfect. What I'm gonna do is click that. We will
What's
hit
this? What's
pause.
happening here?
So this is a part of some of the water
subscribe to
infiltration
that.
that comes in and obviously freezes.
Oh, I
it
actually
mixes
think I'm gonna
with the dirt
fucking
coming
love
in,
this
and it
video.
kind of goes along the tracks. You can see.
Oh
that
my God.
You have an
Okay, I
issue with
can't wait to
water
watch
here.
it.
So
How
it's
constructed.
leaking basically. There's like
exactly, yes.
groundwater coming in.
Exactly, yes. We do have
So we
drains
have
and,
that
like I said,
happening
pumps
here.
to counteract that, but that is one of
Does
the
it
aspects
need a
of
Hearst?
the
Oh, it
tunnel at
does
this
probably
age.
need a Hearst parking lot. We can make this park. Can I make?
As
it
you can
park?
obviously see, it does require a high level of maintenance and support, as well as attention to make sure all the issues and all the challenges with the tunnel being the age it is being addressed. So it's showing its age, but it's through a lot of hard work and dedication from Amtrak. We do keep this tunnel in a state of operation for our passengers, keep everyone safe. They're constantly working to divert the water or pump it out. One of the other challenges is maintaining the track structure. So obviously you have wood ties and steel rail that are introduced to water in a wet environment, so it does lead to excessive wear and conditions that require more frequent maintenance.
I didn't know that.
So the brickwork in this tunnel that's lined this tunnel for more than 150 years is deteriorating, and there's water coming in the wall. That's all you can hear in here is the trickling of water. You can see here it's actually frozen because it's so ridiculously cold in here tonight. The water's frozen as it's come in. And it's not just that, the floor of this tunnel is sinking.
So you can see the
That's
obvious constraint
honestly fucking
that how
scary,
close these track centers are, right?
Yeah.
So when you do work on any of these tracks, that's
That
what.
close to a
Yes,
live
exactly, and that creates the bottleneck where if you need to do work over here, you really have to shut the whole tunnel down.
And when you say shut the whole tunnel down, you mean create a temporary break in the northeast corridor.
Exactly.
It's like that important.
Exactly.
And that would be disastrous. As well as Amtrak, this piece of infrastructure is also used by state commuter and freight trains. Even with the tunnel operating as it should, the timetable here can get very crowded, and more than 10% of trains face some sort of delay. Then there's the painfully slow speed restrictions.
There are two pretty significant curves as you go through the tunnel. So one of the challenges and areas of concern for this tunnel is that trains do have to slow down to 30 miles an hour because of the track curvature. And because of that, it does slow them down coming up north from DC. They have to approach coming into the station much slower than they normally would.
Coming out of the tunnel, I took a moment to reflect on what I'd just seen, which was far worse than what I'd expected.
That's depressing. Don't say that, dude. Why the fuck would you say that?
It is.
You asshole.
Just after 2 o'clock in the morning. The cold has got into my bones. Like it's really, we've been outside for hours now. It's
well, I used to work
cold.
security for AIG before the
Honestly, I
bubble
can't
burst
believe what I've just seen.
Bit.
Like,
so
we're in the world's biggest economy.
What the code is. Suck
the
it
world's
up.
only superpower. And
I am so happy these are working.
An enormous part of its economy is hung on a rail route that has a piece of infrastructure like that on it. It's amazing. Like, it's testament to what was constructed here 150 years ago, that it's still there, still functioning.
I mean, good country.
But it's falling apart. There is so much risk here. And, you know, millions of people, it's the story of infrastructure. Millions of people
We do have to come over here to do parking, but
wouldn't see or think about this
I'm not gonna
tunnel
lie, bro. I'm tired
unless it went wrong.
Let's put some
At which
apartment
point all hell
fucking
would break
buildings here,
loose. Real eye-opener. Shocking stuff.
Thankfully, an immense $6 billion construction project is now underway to phase out this old tunnel and modernise around 10 miles of the surrounding corridor. It's called the Frederick Douglass Tunnel Programme after the civil rights leader and abolitionist.
The Frederick Douglass Tunnel Programme will resolve this bottleneck, building a 2 mile of a new tunnel that will increase the speed. This tunnel is only 30 miles per hour. The new tunnel will be up to 100 miles per hour.
Luigi Rosa leads the Amtrak team that's building this new tunnel under the heart of Baltimore. Before this, he spent years working on Italy's high-speed rail system, Oman's National Railroad, and 2 major projects in New York.
But also it will provide that redundancy that is missing today. This is a choke point with the 1 tube, 2 tracks. The new tunnel will provide 2 tubes, each tube 1 track, and will provide the ability to increase the traffic, the speed, and reduce the delay on the Northeast Corridor.
The upgraded tunnel will take a slightly longer but smoother route further to the north than the existing line. And that means a lot of tunnelling under built-up areas, which has triggered opposition from some residents in nearby Reservoir Hill. There have also been claims that the city's black and low-income communities are being disproportionately affected, leading to a civil rights complaint in 2024.
Frustrated, angry, upset.
They have violated our civil rights. We were left out of the process and rendered voiceless.
Amtrak says it's been liaising with local people throughout the process and is adamant that any impact is going to be minimal.
What we have been doing the last, I want to say, several years is engaging communities to really explain what the plan is, how we are planning to build the tunnel, especially where the tunnel is deep, is an urbanized area, but it's so deep that there is no disruption for the community, for the people living on the surface. They will not hear or see anything.
That may be the case for the main tunnelling, but it's hard to miss the work that's already being done to prepare for what's going to become one of the entrances for the new route.
Definitely appreciate everything you've done. Wow.
And this corner of West Baltimore is where all the action's going to kick off. It might not look like much, but this could be one of the most consequential bits of land in America right now. Under my feet, the Northeast Corridor will pass through here. This is going to be the launch site for the TBM, the tunnel boring machine for that new tunnel. So it's going to spur off, or eventually the Northeast Corridor will spur off from where it currently runs into a new cutting, down into a tunnel, under where the existing Northeast Corridor is. You know, these guys, they're going to be digging under the current live Northeast Corridor with this new tunnel.
There'll also be ventilation facilities, updated roads and bridges, and a new station in West Baltimore for regional trains. Tunnelling is due to start in 2026, with the overall scheme completing in 2035. But there's a lot more to this railway than tunnels. In fact, they make up just 2% of it. When you're travelling along a line that runs parallel to the coast and crosses multiple rivers, you might expect to find a fair few bridges. And, well, that would be an understatement.
What a fucking word. Go back. This works.
The Northeast Corridor has over 1,000 of them, and surprise, surprise, many have got to such a ripe old age that their replacement is now way overdue. A couple in particular operate in such an antiquated way that it seems almost baffling to us today. Like the one I'm going to check out up ahead. So that behind me is the Susquehanna River Rail Bridge, another key part of the Northeast Corridor that's already had over 100 birthdays.
I actually
Amazingly,
like
that structure has been carrying passenger and freight trains over this body of water since 1906. And it features one of the largest movable sections on the entire Northeast Corridor.
Oh shit, great. So you have an excuse to come and visit
To learn more,
me. You know
I've
that,
come
right?
to meet Dexter Fordyce. He's in charge of Amtrak's plan for the future of this bridge.
Definitely
This
appreciate
is 103
that.
and
That's
coming from
actually
the north.
fucking amazing, man.
That is going towards DC.
Yeah, great. You gotta come through.
So this
Let
is
me
that
buy
train's
you,
going
like,
from
7
New York
rounds
all the way down
of
to
beer. I owe you a
DC.
lot.
So this bridge is a key part of the infrastructure, you know, for the people wanting to go between those two cities and the other cities in between.
Yes.
Everything goes over this bridge.
Everything goes over this bridge.
So how many trains a day typically are we talking?
It's over 100 trainers a day.
100 trains a
Yes.
day?
It was built with a Howe Truss design. That's a structural system defined by its vertical and diagonal components that distribute the load. But perhaps the best thing about it is the rather outdated trick it still performs around 12 times a year.
Now, as I mentioned, this bridge can move. That middle section you see over there can rotate to let big ships pass through. And while that might sound like a really clever feature, particularly on a bridge this vintage, it's actually pretty inconvenient because getting that middle section to turn
I gotta add
is
my.
not a straightforward
Oh, you
process.
fucking bitch.
As
You
it was
have to add
constructed
your own
without any modern technology,
storefront to
a
it, which,
team of around
to be
30
honest, I'm not
workers have
against,
to come
so
out
let
and
me
move
not-
it by
let me be honest,
hand,
I'm not-
and that takes a lot of
I'm not gonna
time.
be a little hater.
Opening the bridge, it's really manual. There is all manual label. There's no push a button and the bridge opens. So
people are physically pushing this thing.
People physically pushing it.
Sounds crazy.
Yes, and today, in this era, yes.
Then there's the fact that when trains are able to go over it, they can only do so at a maximum of 90 miles an hour. It's not as bad as in Baltimore, but quite a long way short of that 155 mile an hour target.
That's why in a few years' time, Amtrak's going to be saying goodbye to a piece of infrastructure that's served it well for generations, but that's no longer really fit for purpose. In its place, it's going to be something not just bigger, but better, and more than able to deliver those higher speeds.
Will that really work? No.
Instead of just 2 tracks on a single bridge, the crossing's being upgraded to 4 tracks over 2 bridges, and the first one is almost ready to start work.
Now, we don't know for certain what this new bridge is going to look like yet because it's still in the design phase. But some initial conceptual renders have been released that kind of show the direction of travel.
You know what's weird about the
they
Brooklyn and
indicate
Queens
that we're going to be
thing?
getting a bridge that looks pretty different to the one
I
that's
don't
there
know
now.
why they're considered part of Long Island when
Gone is the rusty
when
steel truss work
the
on
Dutch
top of brick piers that rise only a short
plopped
distance
up
out of the river. Costing $2.7 billion, the new
when they
crossings
plopped
are going
up
to
on
have
land, they
concrete
came
decks
through
and
in the
piers
Hudson
with a greater
River.
gap between the
So
water and the
technically,
bridge.
Brooklyn
In the
and
centre,
Manhattan was the
a
first
120
lands to
metre
be
long
gathered
tide arch
on
channel span
in, like,
will bear
colonial
some
lines, and
resemblance to
then
the
Astoria.
earlier structure.
But yeah,
This is
it's
where,
weird.
thanks to an
we got a
18
lot
metre
to learn,
vertical
Daddios.
and 70 metre horizontal clearance, ships
And
are going
I
to be
have
able
to add
to
a
travel
storefront
underneath the
here.
bridges without them having to move.
And
Contracts
I'll be
were
right
awarded
back,
in
Daddios.
December
Give me 1 second.
2023, and preparations are now in full swing. A joint venture between contractors Flatiron and Herzog was given the role of construction manager at risk and is delivering the project in 2 phases.
There's been a great collaboration on the project to get the construction as far away from the existing rail as possible. It's a rail bridge, so it's very heavy. 10-foot diameter shafts in the water, very stout piers. We have 12-foot deep steel girders, all of which is going to go right across there for, almost a mile. So it's a big operation to build a bridge in this way.
Although completion isn't expected for more than a decade, preliminary works have already begun.
One example is the removal of some old piers that used to be here supporting an historic bridge to clear the path and make way for that new bridge structure. Otherwise, it may feel like there's not really much going on here. But behind the scenes, there's a ton of stuff happening.
You see, while those contractors bear much of the responsibility, there are multiple other organisations involved too. Amtrak, the Federal Railroad Administration, the local Department of Transport. The project is one big collaboration. As a result, these companies are embracing digital construction management platforms like Procore to keep everything under close control.
The one thing that large projects of this size generate is an awful lot of paperwork, albeit it's digital paperwork these days. But yeah, we use all kinds of technology, I mean, one of which is Procore. And what that means is there's just seamless integration of all of the different modules within Procore, or the RFI module, so that we can get questions out there, submittals for all the things that need to be reviewed by either the designer or Amtrak. As we're using Procore, even Amtrak has now adopted Procore, so both parties are using Procore. It's all just so seamless.
When changes happen, plans can be updated instantly, so whoever goes to look at them next always gets the most up-to-date information. It's been an efficient pre-construction workflow that's let Matthews and his team develop their build plans and get everything ready and coordinated for the main event.
It's very exciting to be a part of this, with this and several other projects along the corridor. We're thrilled to be here, and we're keen to get going, which hopefully later this year we'll actually start getting some construction going.
Now, at this point, you might be thinking, well, that all sounds great, but when are we actually going to get spades in the ground along this corridor, especially when things seem pretty urgent? Well, the good news is work is already happening, and the next bridge I'm heading to see is more than 3/4 complete.
For that, I'm going to need to head a little further up the line towards one of my favourite cities, New York. But first, I'm going to make a quick stop to visit a building that's just as important to keeping this railway functioning as all the stuff that makes up the infrastructure. Around halfway along the corridor between Baltimore and New York is Philadelphia. It's the 6th most populated city in the US and home to one of the country's most beautiful stations. A place that's also getting a big overhaul, both inside and out.
You come down to the area around Philadelphia's 30th Street station, and there's loads happening, lots of anticipation, bit of construction work going on, and this area could be seeing a much wider regeneration in the years to come. But at the centre of all of that, anchoring it all, is 30th Street Station itself. Look at this. I just don't build stations like this anymore. It's just like coming into some sort of cathedral of Art Deco. It's stunning. It's like going back to 1933 when it first opened. Beautiful, beautiful place. Now one of the busiest passenger stations in the whole of the US, and included on the National Register of Historic Places, which I'm so pleased about because this place needs to be protected and preserved.
The station's getting a $500 million renovation that'll bring it up to date. Facilities are being modernised, new retail units are being added, and Amtrak's offices are getting a revamp, all while preserving some of the station's most historic elements, like the bronze doors, wooden benches, and those incredible 1930s lights.
As you can see, a lot of construction work happening, a lot of meticulous, careful work to restore this building and help it go on to serve America for another century or so. Coming into a space like this is almost like stepping back in time when they were building stations like this, when this transportation system was more celebrated. Back to a time when those railroads and the tunnels and bridges we're talking about were first put in place, But it feels like not a lot's really changed since then. So it's nice to see this being restored and the projects happening that we're now talking about in this video.
I am down for all the shit.
Although it's not yet certain when or even if the redevelopment of the wider area here will happen in its entirety, the improvements to 30th Street look set to finish in 2027. The pace of this journey has been crazy. With 30th Street checked off, it's time for me to jump on another train and head up to New Jersey.
Yeah, Jersey. See, we scope at people who say, oh yeah, I'm like from the tri-state.
Got there.
I'm like, oh, you're from Jersey.
New Jersey. Austria.
Ooh, hold on one second, let me get an empanada.
So this right here is New Jersey's Portal Bridge. Again, another key bit of infrastructure that's over a century old. Does a really important job. Millions of people rely on this. It carries trains from Newark across and over into Penn Station in the middle of Manhattan.
As well as Amtrak, the Portal Bridge is used by New Jersey Transit, America's third largest transit operator. With over 150,000 passengers crossing it every day, it's thought to be the busiest train span in the Western Hemisphere. And yet, delays are frequent. Due to their age, the mechanics that also make this bridge move are prone to malfunctioning.
Delays remain in and out of Penn Station tonight after the Portal Bridge got stuck again.
It's old, it's tired, it needs replacing, just like the Susquehanna Bridge. But in this case, they're well on with this replacement. This right here is the new Portal North Bridge. Right now, yeah. When it opens, it's going to take over the job of the original Portal Bridge, give that guy a break after a century of carrying trains. That old bridge is then going to be demolished.
My name is AJ Nai, and I'm the project director for Amtrak on this project. We're building a new bridge next to an existing railroad bridge. When you do that, when you're building caissons and piles, you're going to have some vibration that will bring settlements. The team worked together to ensure that we address settlement issues on timely fashion. It's going to be reliable. The bridge will also operate from 60 miles per hour to 90 miles per hour.
It's awesome to see this construction site. Like,
it is
these
definitely
huge
crowded,
arches here. There's going to be
dude.
3 of them in total.
Crowded.
2 are in. They were so big, they had to be constructed up in upstate New York near Albany, and then floated down the Hackensack River.
New York is just too
lifted
much,
up
dude.
into place.
It's not good for the mind.
It's massive.
Bro.
It's so cool to see a big infrastructure project like this
I guess,
actually happening in America.
Once you reach a certain age, and not even an age, but
people
a
ask me what I do for a living.
Life,
I tell them I work for New Jersey Transit, and we help move people. 0 delays with this bridge being from 20 feet from the old Portal Bridge to 50 feet.
As much as it's a good thing,
it's a fixed span. There's no need to open it, and the maritime traffic gets to go through 24/7.
It feels claustrophobic.
Now, granted, that might not sound like a huge deal to people from other parts of the world, but in a country that struggles to build new infrastructure like this, it's a massive step forward. For a special treat, the team took me somewhere that most visitors don't get to go, up onto the new bridge deck itself.
Under my feet here are where tracks are going to run to carry trains from DC up the Northeast Corridor, through New York, and eventually on up to Boston. This is a preview of what's to come, right? You saw the Susquehanna Bridge, you saw the BNP tunnel in Baltimore. This is what the change looks like. This is a new piece of construction. This whole journey I've wanted to see spades in the ground on this project, and it's so cool to see this. This is what rebuilding America's infrastructure looks like.
When it's finished in 2027, this bridge will form the first big piece of the giant Gateway Program puzzle, a comprehensive set of works that's being described as the most urgent infrastructure scheme in the United States. It includes the expansion of New York's Penn Station, along with a massive underground route that'll connect this new bridge with America's biggest metropolis.
That over there is one of the greatest cities in the world. It is New York, and it's where we're heading next. We made it, guys. We made it to New York. So I've just come from New Jersey to another point, but this route really narrows down, this time into 2 single-track rail tunnels that run under the Hudson River and come up here in New York. Again, me doing that little journey I've just done is not a given, because those tunnels are also showing their age.
Constructed back in the early 1900s, the North River tunnels were built before the age of TBMs, that's tunnel boring machines. Although the systems that were used did bear some resemblance to 21st century TBMs in appearance, the way they actually worked, as you'd imagine, was a lot more primitive. Instead of
like
giant cutting heads powered by electricity, these tunnel shields use
like the
compressed
Japanese
air
side.
to
That's
blast their
interesting.
way through the soft, muddy ground beneath the
ends
Hudson.
up being better. Plus,
fast forward
more
to today,
people riding
and
on
as
the
well as
train, there's less
the
people
usual kind of
driving
wear
the
and tear that you'd expect with a century-old piece of infrastructure, the arrival of Hurricane Sandy in 2012 made things a lot worse.
The tunnels were flooded with seawater, which put trains out of action for 5 days. It also left behind corrosive chemicals that have continued to degrade the concrete lining and some of the systems inside.
This is an example of the corroded wiring that is part of Gateway. If we let it continue, this tunnel will not last.
Another cause for concern is that this represents another single point of failure for the Northeast Corridor, which means if something was to go seriously wrong, it could lead to a 75% reduction in services or even a complete shutdown, which would be catastrophic. That is why a new tunnel, the Hudson Tunnel, is now being constructed just downriver.
Having a second crossing will double the capacity and make these services faster and more reliable, all while ensuring the country's most heavily used passenger line can continue for another century or so and even beyond. Once the new tunnel's complete, the existing one's then going to be given a full rehabilitation, and then eventually both are going to be able to operate together. Groundbreaking began back in November 2023, and there's plenty of action to see today, especially if you come down to Hudson Yards, New York's newest high-rise district.
With the landfill usage,
So we're now standing on a key section of the High Line in New York where under my feet there is a lot of construction activity going on. Teams here are putting in a new section of concrete casing and working to create a right-of-way for that new tunnel from the river over under Hudson Yards.
I don't know how I feel about.
That'll be done using the cut and cover method with horizontal bracing that also acts as supports where the High Line passes over the top. The first sections between 10th and 11th Avenue were completed back between 2013 and 2018.
Another sign that this project is finally moving forward is the activity happening out there on the water. It might not look like much, but those barges are currently carrying out ground stabilisation, which has to happen before the tunnel boring machines can begin their journeys.
So far, they've built a test cofferdam, which is where a barrier is built inside the river, leaving a space in the middle for construction work. To do this, a series of piles were driven into the ground with sheets placed in between them, creating a sealed dry area once the water had been pumped out. They've also been used for geophysical surveying and sampling before the main work begins. That'll include injecting grout into the silt of the riverbed and mixing cement into the existing soil to make the ground a lot more stable. Meanwhile, back in New Jersey, preparations are already underway near what's going to become the Western Tunnel Portal. A road bridge is being constructed to make way for the train tracks, and these pictures from 2024 show the job progressing smoothly.
Oh, we like that.
Okay, so you get the gist, right? There's loads of stuff either planned or happening here, but what is it all going to mean? Well, when these works finish, the new trains are rolled out, that faster stops rolled out, the speed limit on this railway is going to be increased to 160 miles per hour, technically taking it into that high-speed category. Now, it might not sound like a big increase, but actually it is pretty significant because it means that trains are going to be able to travel faster for longer, cutting journey times, and effectively bringing major cities closer together.
Even so, 160 miles per hour is still no match for the bullet trains that other nations have been enjoying for decades. Frankly, America's best hope for coming close to that lies in mega projects over on the opposite side of the country, particularly Brightline West.
It's official. Construction on a new high-speed rail from Southern California to Las Vegas has begun.
Actually have the funds to move forward, and thus the groundbreaking today.
The goal is to have the rail system running by the summer of 2028.
For now, though, the Northeast Corridor remains the best of what the US can offer in terms of rail. It's still a long way behind what much smaller economies are delivering in other parts of the world, something which I still find difficult to fully comprehend. The sad truth is that when it comes to US infrastructure, seeing at least some degree of consensus and steady progress has to be taken as a win.
You said to me as we walk into the tunnel that you've worked for Amtrak for a long time. What's the best part of your job?
This is a truly and remarkably challenging job, and that's honestly what I love about it. There are no clear-cut solutions, there are no obvious answers, and we are, dealing with old infrastructure as well as trying to now build a lot of new infrastructure. So for me, every day, that challenge is really what gets me up and keeps me motivated.
He reminds me of one of those people that
I've been with the project since August of 2021 when there was nothing here and when it was a concept on a drawing. But seeing everything come to fruition over the years, working with all the different departments, it's been a great experience.
It's very exciting and a little daunting actually, because it is such an important project for not just Amtrak, but really the whole East Coast of America.
That is a fact.
Taking this journey has been incredible. Absolutely loved it. But it's also really opened my eyes about the state of America's infrastructure. You know, I knew it was struggling. I knew it was crumbling. That's been widely reported for years.
Yes, all right.
But it's not until you go into those tunnels and you stand under those bridges that it really hits
How about you show
and
me
it really
the
comes
UK
home.
being better? The
And what
UK has
stuns
the
me is
oldest
that
subway
this is
system
one
in
of
the
the
fucking
world's
world.
biggest
How
and most
about that,
powerful
Daniel?
countries. It's the biggest economy in the world. And yet it's living on borrowed time with its infrastructure. You know, those sites we've seen this week, millions of people and a huge chunk of this country's economy relies on those
Once I get this fixed, I'm gonna reach
pieces of infrastructure that have just been neglected for such a long time.
I like you,
All
British
week I've been blown away by the
Your
people we've
accent is
encountered. You know, the
Arabic,
construction teams, the leaders, the men and women who are making this happen are just incredible. They've been dealt an incredibly tough hand. You know, infrastructure that was very old even when they inherited it. And they're now trying to do the best they can with a tough situation.
Dude, you act
What
like
surprises me is this country owes so much of its success to infrastructure. You know, you think back through history, the transcontinental railroads, the bridges, the tunnels, the airports.
All right.
Things like the Hoover Dam.
Can we be honest real quick? I'm so sorry. Chat, give me 1 second. I will look at you in just 1 second. When he says that just now, America owed so much of his stuff to infrastructure. Yes. Then he brings up the Transcontinental Railroad. Chat. Dadios, wait. Let me show you. Chat. Do you know how that was able to be? Can you please tell me what race of people, what ethnicity of people, what immigrants were used to build the Transcontinental Railroad? Please, chat. Please let me know, chat. I will wait. I'll put the thing right back on here. Yes. Now looking into chat, I agree they didn't learn after 9/11 the entire Battery Park and West End Highway are extensions. However, Jersey won't let it happen. They own a portrait. They ordered it. Yeah. I was working at Brookfield Place for a time, and I made chummy with some of the people that work at Port Authority because, like, you know, the tunnel is right over there as well. And a lot of people are like, yo, the situation is so fucking complex, dude. Like, there is upon levels of mechanizations. Shock said, if only humans could work together without all the politics. Dude, yes. Like, when we look at, like, stories of utopias, it's all after humans have gotten over the little chit-chat against them. You feel me? The little bullshit there. I actually wanted to watch that. I think I've only watched that episode, and for me to be such a history buff, I am committing sins against humanity by not watching that, Daddy-O. So, babes, can you add the Gilded Age to shows that we need to watch? Thank you so much for that. Did I just replay the whole fucking video? Wait oh my god. No, I didn't. Wait, can I go forward? How do I go forward? Dude, the fuck. History, forward. Where's forward? There's no forward on browsers anymore? Daddios, wait a second. Oh.
Sorry. Such a long time. All week I've been blown.
My bad. So yeah, I'm going back to before he finishes whole soliloquy of America this, America that. We built the Transcontinental Railroad on the backs of Asian immigrants, okay, dude? Everything that America has been built on the back of immigrants or slaves. We cannot do that in this day and age, and we need labor. The last bit of time that we've actually had anything done good was World War II, using the assembling line made by fucking Henry Ford to churn out weapons to destroy people to protect what we felt that was democracy and freedoms and whatnot. Regardless of anything, dude, we're not that type of nation anymore, dude. We're just not, bro. And the things other nations can get done with barely any recourse, we can't anymore. It's just, it is what it is, and it sucks. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. Anyway, finish.
In a way, by the people we've
sending your
encountered. You know, the
poetry,
construction
'cause it's a
teams,
beautiful
the
clip.
leaders, the men and women who are making this happen are just incredible. They've been dealt an incredibly tough hand. You know, infrastructure that was very
was
old
it really?
even when they inherited it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And they're now trying to do
Do
the
we
best
forget
they
the
can with a
Dutch
tough
or no?
situation. What surprises me is this country owes so much of its success to infrastructure. You know, you think back through history, the transcontinental railroad, the bridges, the tunnels, the airports, things like the Hoover Dam are what made this country. But it's almost forgotten that. It's almost like for the last 50 or 60 years, the American dream has no longer extended to infrastructure. That's changing now. I think things have got to such a state that there is wide support for getting it sorted. I just hope it's not too little too late.
All right. Okay. Okay, dude. I'm gonna let
This video was sponsored by Procore. You can learn more about that at the link below. Don't forget that we're raising awareness of construction's mental health crisis and supporting charities in this space through our Get Construction Talking initiative.
Hi, Daddy-Os.
You can
I
learn
will
more
put
and
this
find
link
links to
in
support
the Twitch
over at
chat,
getconstructiontalking.org.
If y'all want this, let me know.
And
I
as
will
always
send it in
guys,
the
if you
YouTube
enjoyed
link
this
as
video
well.
and you
But I
want to
think I
get
just
more
have
from the definitive video channel for construction, make sure you subscribe to the B1M.
Alright, so boom. Homework was nice. That was actually a lot of information. We're gonna bump out some of Kodiak's Moonbeam Radio to end out the rest of the night. I will be making my escape soon. Great. If you're still there, are you streaming today or not? Well, he did say be right back. Yeah, but whew. American history is American history. I promise you that. Bro, I've gotten we are doing like custom apartment complexes right now. This is insane. I'm legitimately doing too much. But you know what? We revel in the madness, right? Why the fuck not? We are cooking right now. These do remind me of like the projects in Brownsville, the smaller ones. Or even like the little public housing in Queens where they don't make them look like project buildings, but obviously they're public housing. You can tell by the smell of piss in the courtyard. Thank you. Really, I say no more because I need some more like oomph for my Brooklyn build. So, say no more. Oh, I may definitely have to escape on time tonight just to see if I can get an episode in with the missus. I don't even need decals here, actually. Let's go bush. Let's see here. You running. Oh no, if me. I see it. Oh, I see it. All love with me. And then here, let's go back to this tile. You know what? I do want to continue to use this old red tile. Do we still have the UK tiles here? Need some yellow stains on the walls. Wait, we have yellow stains? What yellow stains? You mean like these? Well, this is actually kind of renovated because I moved a lot of housing. Sorry, yeah. This is Kissoon, so you know it's like, it's nowhere near your city shock, but Kissoon be giving me the shits, bro. I moved a lot of houses from this area here to like every little nook and cranny out here. Though I think going forward, this just here will probably be higher density, but that'll be it. Oh, you're right. Fuck, we do need some yellow stains. I gotta find that. Yeah, they're trying to modernize everything right now. So, like, it's so conformist. Like, people didn't like these neighborhoods because they conform. They like these neighborhoods because of the fucking identity, but, you know, honestly, bro, that's why it sucks, because like, as much as I want to stay in New York, bro, New York just don't want nobody to stay that's not rich and want to come here to play. You feel me? Because, you know, we are actually better at detailing now. That looks much fucking better. Yeah. And then, you know what? What tree is this? Give me this tree. Give me the fucking tree now. Linden? We put a linden here. We put a linden here. We put a linden here. And we put a linden here. Much fucking better, Daddy-O. Much better, Daddy-O. Much better. Now, we have businesses here. Let's get the housing done up here real quick, Daddy-Os. Yo, most definitely shot. More wine. Babe, you wanna put the cake in first, or do you want the cake now? Okay, just so that it doesn't like go bad or anything. We're gonna do medium residential, and then honestly, yeah, let's do something like this. Something like this. Something like this over here. And then over here, this would be harder. Because there's no like 1x1s. So what we could do is go residential blocks. No. Go for it. And then we just put this here like that. It's not like we can't do 1x2. Alright, now when we come over here to our blocks, pedestrian access, here, beautiful. We do a pedestrian access over here. You know what? Let's go here just in case, because we do have these other joints here, so I didn't realize that. Let's go. Alright, and there we go. We have pedestrian access there. I like that. That's a cute block. It's cute, it's quaint, it's still spacious. So it's not like a overburdened, densified fucktwat like this. It's still within that vibe. It's just more modern, daddios. Alright, so let's come over here. Let's delete some surface work here. Do we have any networks? No, we take that away. And I think we can go with the same UK setup we have. I like that UK setup, to be honest. Those houses are not bad. We can also use terrace housing. And then I'm also thinking about, how about we just make this a park here? I know I need space for housing, but I think having a park corridor coming off the bridge is a vibe. Let's go park service gate. Star Q mod, you know, for the win. Let's do something like a sitting park here. Let's do a dog park here. And then let's do a gym park here. Yeah. Let's do employee here. Let's do, what's this? Entrance. Pedestrian gate here and pedestrian gate here. Yeah. And then what we'll do here is we can go to stack plops. There should be like a cute building, right? No, that's too big. These are too gigantic. I like that building. That bookshop building is everything. Oh no, that's the inpatient ward. Oh wow, I didn't even know that. Okay, I'm a shrub. No. Yeah, yup. The 80s tore the fuck out of Harlem up. Exactly. Now, well, it's the same thing that happened in Bed-Stuy, bro. Those brownstones were going for like 15K back in like 80 fucking 4, bro. All right. So let me see here. I'm not actually mad at this. Can I make this fit so that it works? Yeah, actually, yeah. Yup. Does this work a little bit? Okay. Perfect. And then we'll continue with the We gotta remember that this is Clay Paver D, okay? Because my dumbass will forget. Come on, Kodiak to Kodiak, play some more tunes. Thank you. Yes, sir, Bob. Bro, I'm so happy to be in Kissoon again. Y'all don't know, bro. This city means a lot to me, bro. I legitimately won't be even a semi-content creator if it wasn't for this city, dude. Like, yeah, I had Brooklyn, but it was me streaming on this city that made everybody fucks with me like that. Oh, fuck. I am so sorry to hear that. Yo, Simulate, have a good night, bro. Oyasumi nasai. Daisuki desu, man. Appreciate you. That's so fucked, though. And you know what's crazy? It's like, shit, dude. Like, you don't want to be a hater. Like, you want Brooklyn to have something. But, like, at what fucking cost? Like, seriously, at what fucking cost do you want something to happen for the city? And it's not like the city gives us anything back, you know what I'm saying? Hate when this happens. Daddy, I'm gonna have to delete this and come back. Oh wait, no, I can just do that, right? Thank God. Can I get a 90? Make that like a gym thing. Alright, I can deal with that. And then come up in here. Can I get a 90 for that, please? Thank you. Thank you. That really does work the fuck out. Alright, and then let's take care of this grass. We're gonna replace this texture with our favorite grass from Static Noise. I could have sworn I clicked that, but as always, the game wants to hate and make it look like I don't know how to play it. Assholes. Can I get a 180? Yes, sir. There we go. We do something like that. Take this and match that over here. Match that right about over here. Take this, bring it right about here. Bring that there. There we go. Okay, Daddy-o. Yeah. But that's the shit. Like, I don't know what New York City thinks it wants to be. And then also, this all happened under Bloomberg. So he was good for like green streets, don't get me wrong, and more bicycle lanes. But he was also fucked up in the shit that he allowed to happen, dude. Alright, so you know what? We come over here. We can do that. There we go. Yes, sir. And then what we can do here is, let's go to parts. Where's the pagodas at? Was it in parks or was it in residential? I could have sworn it was here, right? No, it may be in parks then. No. What about here? Yes, it's here. It is here. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, sick. We'll leave that there. Maybe I'll come back and change the color. I don't know how I feel right now. I just need this build to be built. You feel me? Is that a 90? Thank you. Can I get a 90, please? Alright, grab this. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, we love when the game acts properly, bro. Like, act like you know how to behave, game. Alright, daddy-os. We are... There we go. Exactly. Exactamundo. But, you know, that's big business. Make America's playground, right? And don't give any props or any just due to the people who work from the ground up there. That's a nice little... That's nice. That's nice. That's nice. Alright, cool. We're cooking with fire. And maybe we do look into adding more stuff here. Honestly, I think I may just fuck with Kissoon for the month of September. While we're in repair mode, yeah, I think we do that. I do gotta give love to Wine Corp a little bit, but also Buena Vista Village is the other city we're gonna prioritize. But Daddy-o, we're at like 12:08. I have work tomorrow. We are just about to hit the 3-hour mark. I did want to play longer, so YouTube, I don't know how to rate to other people, so I love y'all to death. If anything, Daddy-o, shoot a like to the stream, subscribe if you like. I stream Wednesdays and Thursdays. To my Twitch fam and my new Twitch fam, Daddy-os, let's go find somebody to raid. Today was a chill, quaint night. I like that sometimes. So let me go find a human to raid. But we got a lot done, honestly. Is 5 Scrolls actually playing today? Let me check. Five Scrolls is actually playing. Okay. He doesn't use voice though, just to let you guys know. But I think that may be the vibe. Let me see who else is on. Sorry. That is playing Cities, by the way. Oh shit, Cosmic is on. Oh, but he's playing Sims. Who's playing Cities? Clumsy Gaming. Otoke. He's playing Vanilla. Yo, we go 5 Scrolls, Daddy-os. It's not a lot of Cities Skylines people on today. Alright, so we're gonna raid there. We did get some of our cemetery actually working, Daddy-os. We got a nice little chill parking lot up in here as well. This works out properly. They actually both work, which I'm super excited about. No, I live in more of a tenement, similar to... No. Kind of, sort of like this. I live in like a building like this. Trying to see. Yeah, more like either this or this. That's the type of building I live in. Alright, Daddy-O. So, look. Thank y'all again for pulling up for tonight. Much love to y'all. YouTube fam, much love to y'all. Yo, Shock, I may do a surprise stream tomorrow for like 2 or 3 hours, bro. So probably like a 12 to 3 o'clock in the night. I don't know if you will be up then, Daddy-O. But yo, much love, guys. Love y'all to death, man. It's been a super, super chill day. Thank y'all. Y'all made my day better, man. Peace. Oyasuminasai.